Why does it still look like Christmas up here? No. No, no, no. No. I refuse. I refuse to give Christmas even one day more than it's due. Hello, and to whom this may concern. Oh god. Almost had to cancel, but I didn't. Um, I moved it back to like 8 o'clock, and then it ended up past 10. I only got back tonight from my trip, so it's been a bit of a mad dash to get a bunch of stuff done now that I'm actually home. So it was difficult to get to the stream. But I got here eventually. I thought, might as well still do it. That's fine. It's water. Might as well start late. Just do a shorter one. Ah, fresh. Fresh as a daisy. Right. So what is it today? 29? So tomorrow's 30th, and then the 31st is New Year's Eve. So I guess I think the plan was try to finish Moonlighter tomorrow, and then the 31st is our Christmas Eve stream, and then the 1st of January, first stream of 2025, is Bluey. So it's a couple in a row. It's a bit of a shame, actually. It would be nice to just spend one day sleeping. I'm really tired, man. That trip made me feel drowsy as fuck. And I still feel like I have hay fever. Something about Canberra. It's so country ass. It gives me hay fever. I've had the sniffles and watery, itchy eyes ever since I was down there. And it still hasn't let off yet. So that gave me the shits. Maybe that's why I'm so drowsy. Oh. No princess. No princess juice tonight. My ex got me this. A Sailor Moon mug. It's one of those color changing ones. Like, it's all black, except for Sailor Moon on the side. But when you put hot liquid inside, the entire image appears, and all the sailors are there. All the sailor whores. I don't know what they're called as a troop, as an entourage. The sailor faction, the Sailor Corps, CORP. Hey, Sham. It's nice of her. Well, it's Christmas. People give each other random shit. Sailor Moon. Fighting thirst through the moonlight. Forget the rest of the lyrics, damn it. Doing streams by the daylight. Something, 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 something. It's Sailor Moon. She likes it up the bum. It feels weird drinking out of this. The Princess Juice is a lot bigger mug. A lot wider handle. A lot thicker rim to place your lips on. This one kind of feels dainty. Feels dainty to sip on. Don't know how I feel about that. This might actually end up being a sleep stream. I keep yawning. Sailor Poon? What was the porno they made? It was the Sailor X Dragon Ball Z one. It was pretty famous. I have seen it. Don't be too shocked and surprised. Let's see. I just need to know. Ah. It was Sailor and the Seven Balls. That's the name of it. It's a Sailor Moon Dragon Ball Z porno crossover. It's got really bad animation. I'm talking like fucking there's like a frame every 2 to 3 seconds. It's basically a slideshow. They put very little effort into it. And the plot is ridiculous. I do remember one of the sailors is in like a dressing room, and the Dragon Balls were like doing the thing when they fly around and go to different locations. And one of the Dragon Balls flies into the dressing room and goes straight up one of the sailors' twats. And the power from the Dragon Ball from within causes it to grow a penis. And then it turns into like one of those dick girl animes, hentais. Unfortunately, she doesn't fuck Krillin, which I think would have been the smart move at that point. One of the hot sailor chicks banging Krillin with a futa penis would have been pretty cash money. So they don't really make use of the gorilla form either, from what I remember. I don't remember that well. But you'd think that at some point one of the, what species is Goku? Namek or something? One of the Nameks would use their, like, gorilla monkey form to do some primal shit. Yeah. You know how, like, a werewolf sees the full moon and turns into a werewolf? Maybe, they see some fine-ass titties, and that causes them to, Namek out into a monkey. And then monkeys all, like, must bang. Monkeys all, like, instinct only. Alright. Have you sent something already? What's this? Now I've got the Sailor Moon song stuck in my head, even though I don't remember any of the lyrics except for one. It's embarrassing. Can't be like that. I hate it when you have songs stuck in your head that you don't actually know the lyrics to. It's very awkward. It's like you just have a tune, like a hum. Like the hummed lame version of the song in your head. Like that shit. Oh my god, Musk gets exposed in Twitter debate. Oh god. Thumbnails. Switch. Oh my god, Christmas is still here. I didn't turn off any of the Christmas. Fuck off, Christmas. Why do you like this? Ugh. I need to shuffle across to my spot. Also, the Sailor Moon mug, the heat dissipated really quickly. The hot didn't last very long in this. Maybe it's because the heat's being absorbed by all the fine ladies. There can't be hot sailors and hot coffee in the same space. Science. The science of Punani. Camus.
Guess who coming out, boy? Coming out the south, boy. Curry on the spit like a Draco. Mouth.
Why does that look like a cross between Finn from the new Star Wars and I Show Speed? Let me move this mic closer. Here.
Boy, I'm the only nigga that is fresher than an Altoid. Everything I drop gon' be hard, that's an asteroid. I could be an asshole, assy McGee is actually me. Never trust a bitch, Adam ain't never come out of Eve.
These subtitles are kind of creative, they're not really writing the words properly.
Calling up the mothership, Parliament, pardon me, I departed with my scholarship. Heart of a lion, niggas be lying to be hard as shit. Watching them fall off is like a victim of a Sparta kick. Sit back and feel it, and while these other niggas politic. Politician, bitch, I'm pocket picking, cause my body's busy. Try to diss me like you never heard.
I recognize that Nintendo sound effect I just played. That boing. Hang on.
Niggas politic, politician, bitch, I'm pocket picking, cause my body's busy. Try to diss me like you never heard that verse. Get on Chrissy, Yamaguchi. I killed that shit like I was Gucci. Never been Gucci. The only reason you salute me, Sergeant.
There it is again.
Smart, retarded.
These transitions have little Nintendo sounds.
We starving, I need protein and starches. Red carpet, the blood of your favorite artist. It's carnage when Curry spit venom. Call an ambulance so they
But they're just editing the shit out of this, aren't they?
All they seen was niggas in some all black denim. Caught another blow because I caught momentum. Curry is the feces, sharper than a bee sting.
Curry is the feces. This man doesn't like his curry.
Fantastic for, but for Curry it's the new thing. That for the mooder, put his Chris with no looter. I can reach for the sky, tell the stars I'm a shooter. Keep my pockets on fupa, cheddar cheese and chalupa. I will hang with my niggas, but I ain't Mr. Cooper. Bitch, my name is the Curry. Niggas scary like scurry.
He is Curry? Don't be like that, Sham. He's alright. You're being a hater in the chat for. Is he wearing an Unreal Engine t-shirt? This rapper is running on Unreal Engine 5. Rapping the patch notes. They made half of him and then they just use AI fill to complete the art assets. Someone had fun with the editing on that. A lot of screen filter stuff. This went way too hard, blasting me across the room. Maybe Sparta kicked you across? Haha. Who owns this channel so I can downvote them? Camus. How dare they make these jokes? Cringe. I love him, he's so talented. Maybe Sparta kick talented? Her. I'm just gonna change every one of their comments to be that joke now. They made the joke once, now it's they have to live it. They have to live it down. Camel Poos. He's like, I want my name to be Camel Poos, but everyone thinks it's lame, so I'm gonna combine it into Camoose. It rhymes with caboose. I could sing about ass. I could sing about ass. Cyberpunk 2077. Hi, my name is Rebus. I'm a samurai guitarist. This is welcome to my band, Rebus and the Hot Boys. They're not very hot, but chill. It's 27-7. Let's not be rude. Let's be politically correct, okay? This is the time of woke. It's actual music video. This is our lead singer. He's got better lyrics than me. That was a very good start. Thank you, I'm Rebus. It's an actual mission in the game. Start a band. Start a band and show your dad you're not lame. We also earn money, Dad. I mean, not yet. We have to prove ourselves and get that record deal. Then we'll be earning more money than you. We haven't seen her in a year. In just one day. I'm gonna sign with Death Row. Me and Suge Knight are gonna be like this. This is the story of the guy that got hit by Suge Knight's car. The reason why he's in prison currently. Told from the victim's POV. Rebus. I wonder what the real life band is that recorded this for the game. It sounds legit. What's he saying? Shunk toe? How come we can't see the guitarist when we're in the wide shot? They're hiding the Reeves element? I should just be singing about Keanu. Keanu! That's what I'd do if I was Rebus. This is a song called Cutter Reeves is my band. It's the song is about Cutter Reeves and how he joined my band. And he's in the band right now and is playing the song. It's very metal. Hey, Keanu. Oh, he's looking at me like he wants me to shut the fuck up. It's probably true. I probably should shut the fuck up. Keanu does not like Rebus. I don't know how anyone followed Rebus into this project in the first place. Nobody joins a band with Rebus. He's right in the head. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Now when I play Cyberpunk, I want to create Rebus. That's what I want my Cyberpunk character to be. I'm gonna create Rebus. That's gonna be the entirety of Cyberpunk 2077 is just gonna be the tale of Rebus. the ongoing adventures of Rebus in 2077. He hasn't quite figured out that it's 2077 yet. He still thinks it's the 2020s. He's a bit slow. And he definitely thinks Keanu is his friend. Keanu is not his friend. Keanu does not like Rebus. I'm probably gonna forget. You want to play on Japanese? Because the voice actress is hella good. The voice actress? There's only one? She has every single voice in the game? Including Keanu Reeves. Whoa. I'm a chick. There's a cool mod that lets you speak Japanese, but everyone else speaks English. Oh, your character speaks Japanese? So it's kind of like turning it into the Japanese dub, but only for the main character? Is that what it is? That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's very, very particular. Very particular. There's been a new Karate Kid trailer that came out since I was gone. I think since I was gone, like a week ago. I want to check that out. Karate Kid makes sense in a game since people can just translate with their tech. Oh, so they can just talk back to you in English like they understand, and there's an actual in-universe reason for it. It's not just video game mod shenanigans. Did you see the mods from the Skyrim mods that people have been messing with lately? I saw some Let's Plays popping up experimenting with it recently. It's AI voice acting mods for the NPCs. So like, essentially, any character in the game, any NPC in the game that has a voice, and that can be spoken to with the usual dialogue wheel shit. Yeah, they you can speak to them through the mic with your voice, and the AI basically like responds to you, to what you're actually said via AI shenanigans, but like in the actual voice of the character. Like I think the voice is like recreated with the AI as well. So there's two layers of AI going on. There's the AI voice recreation, which is something that's been around and experimented with for a while, and then there's the actual AI chat GPT level script writing, where it gives it lines to read out based on answering what you actually said to it. When I get my PC, I want to experiment with the... Oh, you want to experiment with that? Yeah. Yeah, Let's Players have been tooling around with it. I skimmed through a clip or two just to see how it worked, and I was pretty impressed. It seemed to work really well. I mean, it's not foolproof, but that's part of the fun, I guess. Sometimes it seems to work too well to the point where it's like scary and actually really cool. And other times it just breaks down for no reason and just crazy shit happens. I saw one where the NPC just kept on like... He got stuck in a loop of just repeating this one sentence or staring at you, even as you walked off in the distance, and it was like extremely eerie. It would have been funnier if it wasn't so fucking scary than some Children of the Corn shit. I mean, it's good enough that like one Let's Player that I clicked through, they would regularly just try to get NPCs to sing them a song about specific topics, and NPCs would actually just like make up jingles on the spot and sing to them. actual lyrics that rhymed and stuff, and was like, yeah, that was actually pretty fucking awesome. I want to, if I had thought of that myself, if I was playing it and I thought of that, I would have tried with that with like every single NPC I found to see what they'd come up with. It'd be fun with companions, yeah. It's kind of funny how the game's actual structure, the content itself, is still locked to what the game is designed to do through the actual game's mechanics, like the actual proper dialogue choices and decisions you make with on-screen prompts. But it can conflict with the actual AI voiceover. Like, the things that you and the AI NPC are talking about, like if you start to threaten them out loud and they start to get pissed at you and say insulting or threatening things back, it's not going to actually affect the gameplay. It's not, because it's not actually the real dialogue that the game is registering and accounting for as decisions. It's largely separate from like the grander scope of it. Like, everything you're saying to them is essentially just like flavor fun stuff. Like, when it comes down to it, what they're actually going to do and how it affects the plot or the quest is still going to be the stuff that the game's programmed to do, that you have to actually probably choose manually and do it normally once you're done fucking around with the voice bullshit. Skyrim's the perfect game for that, since the voice is so consistently the same. Oh, because the dark fantasy medieval setting has got pretty, I guess, cliched, stereotypical fantasy medieval setting voices. What ho there, warrior? Are you looking for a quest? My daughter has been kidnapped by the local vampire lord. We would so love a dragonborn such as yourself to sweep in there and save her from the Cretan. If you would do this, I'll give her hand in marriage. And with that comes the punani. You know what I'm saying? That's my own daughter. I'm not above it. Medieval times. We don't give a shit around here. There's no laws about this stuff. Hell, there's so much incest going on. I'm not into that myself, but the neighbors, fucking hell. Oh, they're all rogering each other every day. I think I'm turning more, slowly but surely, I was turning more like Cockney British the longer that went on. What the fuck was going on there? All the performances are kind of flat in terms of lack of projection emotion. I mean, yeah, it's always been kind of the aesthetic of Elder Scrolls. And it goes really well with the flat cinematography of the conversations as well. How, like, whenever you go to talk to someone, they kind of just like a robot, they just turn to face the camera and look directly into your eyes. And it's just that, directly in front of you the whole time. It's all just so the Bethesda flavor. But yeah, that does make it easier for the AI to replicate the voices when they're so specific and so not too eclectic. There's not too much personality to it. Like you said, the more wooden the performance, the easier AI can do it, because AI starts from wooden, and it just has to get better from there. They had no idea how big Skyrim would be. Oh, that's kind of the whole Bethesda thing has always been a very large, janky package. And the thing with very large jank is that it can be rejanked, and jank can be fixed, rejanked, introduce new jank. You can fuck around with it till the cows come home. There's so much playground full of nonsense to futz with. And that's like the pluses and minuses of Starfield as well. Like, people are hoping that there would be more cohesion and less jank to something that new and fresh from Bethesda. And they were a little bit disappointed when it was essentially the usual Elder Scrolls fare of just a huge sandbox of buggery. The only major downside is that people got quickly turned off futzing with it. When they announced that a lot of the modders were just going and not really going ahead with all their ideas. That's a shame, because I mean, if there's anything that's gonna make it reach higher heights than what it was able to at launch, which is the same with every fucking Bethesda, like, Elder Scrolls type game, to be honest, is people futzing with it. And I feel like there's a lot more that can be done in the Starfield universe in terms of futzing that can even be done in something like Skyrim. Because there's a grander scope to the setting, which means the scope for futzing should be larger. But unfortunately, people just weren't very enamored. They weren't very motivated or inspired to continue those projects, so that's sad. I would have liked to see what more could come of that, because, I mean, the universe is your oyster with that one. We could have seen some really creative shit that I couldn't even just hypothesize or come up with a pull out of my ass right now. Like, I can make up some stuff that people could potentially, like, come up with, but there's stuff that is going to be 10 times, could have been 10 times better than that if people just, like, wanted to fuck with it. Outer Worlds is a much better RPG than Starfield. I mean, I don't doubt it. Everyone's always liked the Outer Worlds, but, I mean, I don't care too much about the differences in supposed quality between these types of games when my general vibe is to want to play them all anyway. Like, I don't want to play, even knowing that the consensus is Outer Worlds is better, it doesn't make me want to play that instead of Starfield. It makes me want to play Outer Worlds and Starfield. It's just that the order in which I play them might be somewhat prioritized by consensus. Like, I might play Outer Worlds first if I had the choice, just because it's known to be the more quality package, and then I'll go to do the other one. Although, I mean, a smart person would do the other way around, I suppose. You'd play the one that's not meant to be as good first, so that you're going up. You know, you don't want to go down in quality, you want to go up. But I guess with that type of stuff, it doesn't really matter. It's a sandbox, you're going to have fun with it regardless. You'd play a turd covered in glitter? I think that is actually the title of one of the OG games, kids games I played. The creators of those Paw Patrol games. Turd Covered in Glitter 2. It was their highest rated game. Otherwise known as Race with Ryan. Anyway, hang on. I gotta check out Karate Kid. Because there was a teaser for this at one point, which basically just showed the title and announced that Jackie Chan was going to be in it. But now there's like an actual trailer. Turn it down a bit.
Our traditions are rooted in history. Kung Fu.
Oh shit!
Karate.
There's a little Asian kid doing flips.
The tree.
Isn't it funny that... Hang on. Isn't it funny that it took this long to get like a... in terms of like the karate student main character, the underdog, it took this long to get an actual Asian kid. Like all the original Karate Kids is that white Italian boy being trained by Asians. It's like let's teach the white kids kung fu, and then they mixed it up a bit with Jaden. They're like, you know what? Let's do a black kid. Let's teach karate to the urbans. That's not me. That's what they said. That's the boardroom of fat white dudes in suits that runs like Universal Pictures. They're a low key racist bunch, but they're looking for the ka-ching. Also, Jaden I think was hot at the time. He's a bit of a weirdo now, so I don't think he'd even make a cameo in this. I'd be shocked if he did. But look, that kid's got the juice. Wait, does he already know how to... You know what might be the difference of this Karate Kid compared to the other two? I think this kid already is a bit of a gun at it. Like, he's got a head start, but he needs help for question mark reason. Which the movie will probably, teach us when you see it. Hey, Phoenix with a K. Wasn't the whole point of the original? He was a young Westerner learning different ways outside of the norm at the time. Getting out of trouble. I don't know, have you seen the... People have made YouTube videos about this, and this is something I thought a while back, and then I didn't pay it too much mind, and then a long time later, people made YouTube videos out of it. What's his name? Daniel's son. Daniel isn't like really the hero in those movies. Like, he's kind of a dick. Like, he kind of instigates most of his own problems. And it's more noticeable now when you watch it today. Like, he's, by today's standards, when you have an underdog hero like him, you'd have him a bit more, you'd write the character to be a lot more wholesome and a lot more put upon. Like, it's someone who truly does not deserve what he's getting. Like, and he needs to push back and, like, learn to stand up for himself. Whereas in the case of Daniel, like, he was kind of a shithead. It was kind of a case of, like, a low-key shithead and way bigger shitheads, like the bullies, just kind of fucking with each other. And one of them just goes and learns karate just to fuck with the others even more and get some revenge. And it's like, I don't know if this is quite as wholesome as I remember it as a kid. You wonder if they'll be doing a crossover with Cobra Kai. I feel like it's insinuated by the fact that I do know that grown-up Daniel, the actor, as that character, is in this movie. I just don't know what context. They probably won't reference anything from the TV show. Just the fact that Daniel's still here. They showed both sides of the conflict in the first Karate Kid movie. Yeah, there's some humanizing of the bullies, like, under that piece of shit master of theirs. What the hell is that guy's name? Oh god, he was a tool bag. It's like they're bullies, but it's that bully cliche of the bully that's tormenting you probably has a really terrible home life where their father beats on them, and they're so traumatized by that they feel the need to get some semblance of power back in a different setting. So when they're at school, they pick on the younger kids, the weaker kids than them, in the same way that their dad picks on them, because, like, that's the only sense of power they can get outside of the home. That's how I feel about the bullies in Karate Kid. Like, their master is such a jackass that they can only have turned into little shits themselves, but you do kind of feel bad for them when you see them being, like, slapped around. What was that guy's name? They kind of fixed that with Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is doing it. Cobra Kai is interesting because, like, they went full schlock with that show. Like, they didn't even hold back. They didn't try to make it grounded and realistic and gritty. They went full, like, old school B grade. This is a karate show about karate kids that do karate at each other, in each other's faces. Like, it's full melodrama. They just leaned fully into it. And not many creators would have made that choice, but they made it work. And they made it kind of fun because of it. Nothing wrong with just going full fun. But all sides of the conflict have to make sense in that. Because now you've got, like, two schools where the kids are mixed up between them, and none of them are evil. They're all just different kids with different intentions, wants, needs, relationships with each other that are all going back and forth. Like your typical high school drama. We catch up on season 6. Johnny Lawrence. Wait, there was a bigger piece of shit in the Karate Kid movies. Not the Cobra Kai dude. There's another dude in, like, it was either Karate Kid 2 or 3. That was even more of a psycho. And I think he showed up in the Karate Kid TV show as well, in the Cobra Kai show. Did he have black hair? I think it was like tied in a ponytail. And, like, I remember that dude being more of a psycho than even the original coach. He did show up. Yeah, weren't the two of them, like, operating together at some point? Which is, like, horrifying, to be honest.
New Mr. Miyagi?
I did not come looking for Sensei Miyagi.
Hey, that's Jackie's voice. There he is.
I came looking for you.
Looking good. He was the season 4 and 5 villain. Alright, I'm way behind on that stuff. I only saw, like, the initial
In life,
season 1 stuff.
you have only one question.
I bet this kid is
Is it worth fighting for it?
like an absolute firecracker at fucking karate. The actor they got. When they cast, they're probably looking for someone who can act just good enough, but more importantly, was just insane. An insane martial artist at a very young age.
Lee means to me.
like they don't want to teach. They don't want to teach any more actors to do basic karate. Take a karate master and teach them basic acting.
I'm doing this for all of us.
This kid looks good though.
Whatever it takes.
Oh shit! That was awesome.
2 branches.
That was some Jackie Chan choreography.
1 tree.
And you gotta put up the bandana on. It's part of the branding. Hey, Jackie's gonna fight. Hey, so is Ralph. Ben Wang. Yeah. Do you think that's gonna be the movie's version of the crane kick? This bit right here at the end? Wait, this little flip he's about to do? Whoppa! Crane kick. Every Karate Kid movie's got their version of the final kick that ends the final match, the crane kick. Like in the Jaden Smith movie, he did like what did he do? He didn't do the full thing. He did some different pose, but then instead of just doing like he flips. What did Daniel do? He like stood on one foot and then just went bah. It was pretty basic. But then in Jaden's version, he did a pretty sick version of that where he kind of does this little side flip with like a downwards heel kick. Kind of comes out of nowhere. Like a trick flip. It's hard to describe. Daniel's actor's like 60. He doesn't look 60 at all. In fact, Jackie's older, right? He's 63. Jesus. He's only a small Wang. It's not about the size of the Wang. It's about the black belt. It's about the wreath that you wrap around it. It's about the whip of its crane kick. It's how you use it, baby. Nothing beats the original crane kick. It's a classic, but I was pleasantly surprised by the Jaden version because the kick that he does is pretty slick looking. It's not as flamboyant as the one we just saw in that trailer where it's just spinning. It's this interesting little side thing he does. Isn't it about the girth? I mean, little Wang is a little girthy. He's kind of pudgy in the cheeks. He's got a bit of baby fat to him still. Let's not talk about children's girth. I think we're very close to being misconstrued and cancelled here. Hang on. Karate Kid Jaden. Full scene. Okay, I don't want the full scene, but hang on. I just want to see if they show the kick. I don't think that's it. Oh, final fight. Hey. Alright, here it is. He looks like he could do Rush Hour 4. You know, one of my favorite movie bloopers of all time was in Rush Hour 2. The blooper in the credits where the henchman falls out the window and Chris Tucker like improvs the line. He looks out the window and improvs the line. Damn, he ain't going to be in Rush Hour 3. Oh yeah, Shams already said it. Yeah, Shams said it before I said it. I've used that line so many times for just random shit. I've used it on stream in games when characters have died. It's like, damn, he's not going to be in Rush Hour 3. It's funny because it's such a deep cut reference. Like, it's almost not worth making that joke because how many people are going to have seen the blooper reel from fucking Rush Hour 2? You say it all the time when someone dies in Smite? Yeah. It's in all the Rush Hours. Hey, thanks, Phoenix. You ready for this kick? Okay, let's not... The pose is a little bit more... Tai Chi. The music's a little bit cheesy. Now that I'm rewatching it, it's a little bit more corny than I remember. Hey, Jaden Smith is almost a thing, but I think his dad and M. Night Shyamalan scuttled that shit. It was really After Earth that fucked it up. This movie was fine. Like, it's nothing special, but it wasn't a piece of shit. It was mid at worst. Some people liked it even more than that, but it's the other stuff Jaden did. This antagonist enemy kid is like the most aggro looking child I've ever seen. They like hired the kid with the most furrowed brows that they could. He looks constantly pissed. Oh, I remember what that was. That was the fucking... I just had a flashback. They had that whole plot point about, like, hypnotizing the snake. Where, like, if you want to be able to beat your opponent, you have to be able to, like, hypnotize them or some shit. Like, you have to get in their head. And so, like, I think Jackie makes Jaden train with, like, a cobra or something. And the whole idea is that you have to control the cobra. You have to look it dead in the eyes. And if you, like, turn your head and the cobra turns to match your gaze, that's, like... I don't know. The more I try to explain it, the stupider it sounds. But I think that's what happened there. He was staring that little Asian kid in the head, and he turned his head, and the Asian kid followed him like he was hypnotized. It's so weird. Gonna sound bad, but the kid had a Tropic Thunder with the brows. I don't remember the kid in Tropic Thunder. I like that movie a lot, but I don't remember that kid very well. Hoppa! Not a bad kick. It's a little bit flamboyant. It doesn't have the simplicity of fucking Danny just whip kicking that kid in the jaw. All he's doing is standing on one leg and then just going whoosh, just whips one out. Jaden has to do like a full rotisserie chicken in the air. This guy's pissed. Hang on. Let's super slow-mo it. Let's super slow-mo it. Playback speed 0.25. See if we can spot the wires. Too much spinning. Yo, that foot was nowhere near that shot. Hey, that kid is all the way over there. The fuck? Wait a minute. Look how far away they are from each other. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Look, his foot goes past in front of him. But then look where Jaden's foot's landing on the ground. And look how far away that kid is standing. In the yin-yang shape on the floor. They are absolutely nowhere near each other. This is what happens when you take martial arts films and nitpick them, slow them down. You start to realize how no one's ever hitting each other. He also froze in midair. That might be my fault. He also, after landing, he also did a backflip back into his usual position. Look at this. Yeah, boy. It's like breakdancing right now. Landed on his tippy toes and stayed there. That's called a freeze. Wappa! Nice landing. You broke your ankle, though. And then his mum goes batshit. Ready? My boy! That's fucking Jaden, son! And then she turned around and she swallowed that little Asian girl like an anaconda. He was way too stoked. But the director was like, I need you to be more psycho about this. I need you to lose your fucking mind. Just act like you're on bath salts. Anyway. What happened to the... Oh, it's gone. Okay. I overwrote it. Anyway, the new movie looks fine. I'd watch it. Right before the twist, he got the arch, and as he twists, the cables hold him in place. Oh, do you mean like the pivot point? That's the thing with cables, is that once you go up to the point of pivot, you kind of stop, stay there, and then turn. It's very hard to make choreography with wire work that hides that stuff. Because the whole point of having wire work is to make you be able to do things that aren't actually physically possible. So there's always a way to notice what's wrong. It's usually somewhere in the fulcrum. It makes you want to send through Cobra Kai fight scenes. Well, we gotta be careful with that. That shit'll get you copyright flagged quickly. That's why I was watching this one in bits and pieces. Don't ever let it play for more than 2 or 3 seconds. Or YouTube raises an eyebrow. Start sending the Gestapo. Oh, I shouldn't have closed that because Shaman on the link. Remember when the remember in Cobra Kai when the kid that went on to play Blue Beetle got thrown off the staircase and like landed on the railing with his back in a way that would have killed a motherfucker? And somehow he's not dead? 4chan, eh? Yeah, 4chan's awesome. I go to 4chan all the time. That place is the Wild West. You see some really crazy shit on there. Ooh, you know what's actually really useful in 4chan? If you go to the film and television boards, that's the best place to find like leaked shit that you can't put on things like Twitter. Because a lot of the time people go to Twitter to like find out about like a leaked Marvel scene or a leaked Disney trailer or something. But like if you try to put shit up there, it gets dusted in like 5 seconds. And then that channel gets deleted because Disney will like sue your ass. But 4chan gets away with it because it's temporary on there and it's fully anonymous and no one can see what's going on in 4chan land. That's where I got the that supposed leaked AI trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth, the one where Scarlett Johansson turns into a raptor. It's only a little bit of it. And it's obviously bullshit, but for some reason Universal got really spooked by it. They were ripping that fake trailer off of the internet. No matter where you went to look for it, it was like ripped off. It was ripped out. It was an AI joke, apparently. No, that's what I'm saying. It's when you see it, it's clearly someone's AI bullshit. It's decently made, but it's still obvious enough that it's not the real trailer, that it's some AI fuckery. The thing that's weird about that whole thing, though, is the fact that Universal acted on it. That's the part that raises my flag a little bit. Not in that I'm not saying that it makes me think that it's real. I do think it's fake, but there has to be a reason why Universal jumped on it, because there are fake trailers for Jurassic World Rebirth all over YouTube, and there have been for like 8 and 9 months now. There's tons of them, and they're full of AI footage. Universal released it to see reaction, like to the plot point. No, my theory is this: it is a fake trailer. We've covered that. That's guaranteed. I think the reason Universal jumped on it and was ripping it off the internet, I think it's because out of all the fake trailers, this is the one that accidentally probably predicted a plot point, and a pretty important one. And one that Universal doesn't want in people's heads. They don't want people, even if it's a joke or it's fake, they don't want people thinking about that as a possibility. Because even if it's fake, it still puts it in your head so that it ruins the real movie when it comes out. Because then we're all laughing about the fake trailer having like, oh, there's going to be dinosaur soldiers or human beings that are turning into raptors. That's hilarious. How stupid is that? And then when we actually go see the movie and it turns out to be an actual plot point in that movie, even if they do it more realistically and make it make more sense in this story, it's already implanted in our brain as satire, as a joke. So we're primed to laugh at the movie. So I think Universal were like, wait, we need to actually fucking delete this. Because people are going to take it seriously and are going to laugh at it. And then both of those sides, no matter whether they take it seriously or not, are going to have our movie ruined for us. Because that's actually what we're trying to do in here. Wouldn't it just be Animorphs then? It depends on how the plot point works. I don't think it'll work like the AI trailer where she's literally anamorphing into a raptor, but way back when Jurassic World was still coming out, the first one in the reboot series, there was a rumor that the early scripts involved genetically engineered soldiers that had dinosaur DNA. That was actually a whole thing that happened back then. Like there were early scripts that played with those plot points and were eventually shelved for something different. So it would make total sense if some of the plot points for the dinosaur DNA super soldier shit that they were working on is probably going to come back in like a future sequel. They try to make dinosaur soldiers in Lost Kingdom with the Indoraptor. Yeah, see, they've like these movies have like either constantly teased or constantly played just on the cusp of doing the whole dinosaur DNA basically souping up humans in some way, either giving them some kind of healing factor or literally making it into a super soldier serum like Captain America with the strength of a Rex but the speed of a Raptor kind of shit. And then you're gonna have like a whole SWAT team of dudes with helmets and MP5s like sprinting on all fours like a fucking raptor through the forest, like a guerrilla squad. Not gorilla as in the monkey, like gorilla as in guerrilla warfare. Can't be worse than Bloodsport. It's a classic. I saw Bloodsport in the cinema. Monkey Squad rollout. That's going to be the other plot twist you just predicted, Sham. The only way to fight the DNA-enhanced Dino Soldier super soldiers is to enhance a bunch of good guy soldiers with monkey DNA. So Chris Pratt's going to get like gorilla DNA injected into his veins so we can fight the Velosa cops. Okay, that's a registered trademark. If no one else uses it, Velocicops is mine. I'm copywriting that. I'm gonna make a one of those Saturday morning 80s cartoons called Velocicops. How fucking cool would that be? In the style of 80s Saturday morning cartoons with the whole intro and everything with the electric guitar. When crime can't be stopped by the normal police, they call Velocicops. And then, etc. I want to hear some, like, SWAT Cats music. I want to hear Gargoyles. How fucking cool is the Gargoyles theme song? It's so goddamn good. What are we watching? What if Kendrick Lamar had a choir at the Super Bowl halftime show? Almost forgot I had this open.
Mr. Duck Bros.
Wait, who made this? Steve Epting, creative vocal director. Okay. That instrumental sounded like a Wii Sports menu. Why do I feel like it's a joke now, but then next Super Bowl this is actually going to happen? I wish Trick wouldn't kill my vibe. I'm so sick of Trick. He is going to be performing the Super Bowl? God damn it. I predicted that pretty quick. I just want to hear what he thinks about syrup sandwiches. Come on, where's that lyric? Mix it in there, mash it up. This choir director, his outfit looks so goddamn comfy. You know what I mean? There's something about his whole ensemble. It just looks like you want to hang out in your house, just chilling in that, drinking some tea. That's grandma level comfy. See, I haven't heard him say anything about syrup sandwiches in this choir mashup yet. Who's saying that? Where's that distant voice coming from? Do they have a guy in the other room by himself, isolated? Lil Wayne wasn't it? Does Lil Wayne and Kendrick have some kind of beef? I thought Kendrick's beef was with somebody else. Jesus, she's got the big old hoop earrings. It was the Drake beef. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. So what's Lil Wayne's deal? Is he just someone that's on Drake's side? Is he just repping for Drake? Is that why he hates Kendrick? It's gonna be in Lil Wayne's hometown. It does seem like a sick burn from someone on the Super Bowl panel. Oh, is this Lil Wayne's town? This is Lil Wayne's town, isn't it? Yeah. Get Kendrick on the line. You bitch. You're a little bitch. The tea. I want to know the tea from that boardroom. I love that woman's got like a football jersey, but it just says peaches in the back. Is that a reference to her cheeks? She's stacked up. She thick. She bring cake to the choir performance. Wayne hasn't been relevant since 2020. Every time I see you write Wayne Little Wayne, all I can think of is Wayne Brady. It's the only Wayne I care about. Wayne Brady's the man. I can never get his skit from the Dave Chappelle show out of my head. You know the one where he's driving around with Dave? And Dave slowly starts to figure out that Wayne Brady is like a pimp. There's so many great quotes from that skit. Like when he's getting the money off that hooker and she doesn't have enough, and he just has that slow turn to camera, and he's like, is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch? Oh shit, it's Wayne Brady! He does a fucking drive-by. And Dave is like fucking freaking out. Run, bitch! I think Wayne Brady's gonna have to choke a bitch. Oh god, that's such a funny skit. Wayne Brady's a funny dude, man. Wayne Brady makes that you know that show that Drew Carey was hosting, Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's a pretty funny show in general, but like Wayne Brady being added to the cast was like just that extra bit of like mwah. Man, it would be so cool to see a resurgence of the Chappelle Show. I just don't know what it'd be like now. Like, Dave has changed quite a bit since those early days before he hit it big, kind of cracked it a bit, went to Africa, went through rehab, came back, chilled out a bit, got yoked, did some pretty decent specials, did some pretty mid specials, got into some like political incorrectness hot sauce on the internet. Does some to and fro about that. Some people cared, some people didn't. Unfortunately, the only person that matters in that equation is Dave himself, but unfortunately Dave cared a bit too much and he wouldn't kind of let it go. And I think it would have been way better off for him if he just let it go and just kept doing his thing. That's kind of what made his last show sort of average. I say average because some people thought it was trash. It's not. There are some pretty funny bits in it, but that's the problem. When he's actually doing the show and actually telling jokes, there's some pretty funny bits. The problem is 50% of the show is him bitching and whining about all the drama that he'd been involved in with the trans stuff and all the other things and the offensive jokes he made. Which, at that point, it's like, yeah, we get it. Like, some people feel one way about it, some people feel another. We're kind of watching the special to get the funny, man. Like, I'm starting to feel a little awkward because one minute you're funny and the next minute it's like you're very obviously butthurt by the whole thing and won't keep coming back to it and talking about it. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Maybe do like one sit down, super dramatic, serious interview where you just get all of it off your chest, and then the Netflix comedy specials, you just make jokes. Like, let's separate these two things. Because one of these things is bringing down your show. The thing with that was people forgot at the end he spoke about his mate who got called out by the community and themselves. Everyone forgets that. See, that was a good bit of the show. Like, that was a bit that talked about the issue, but in a productive way where he talked about it from the point of view of a very close comedian trans friend who, you know, understood the need to include her own people, like, in the conversation when it came to comedy. You know, everyone's a target. Everyone should be able to be made fun of, blah, 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 all that stuff. Equality. And that was a good tact take on it. The problem is, that's a good bit, and all the other bits where he just made jokes about, you know, normal things, good bits. It just so much of the show was him just like seeming very obviously annoyed, angry, and kind of butthurt about that stuff. And I just feel like he made too much of the show about that. And at that point, it's like, just do a show, man. Just talk about buttholes or something. I don't care. You saw him live in Sydney? Oh, when was that? Was that recent? I haven't been actually very aware of what Chappelle's been doing for a while. Since the last Netflix special, it seems like it's been pretty quiet. Start of last year. Oh, so he's just been doing actual touring stuff. Okay. I wasn't aware of the touring stuff. That's cool. What's this? Oh, this is the Japanese dub that Sham was talking about in Cyberpunk. Okay. Oh, for reference, Phoenix, Sham brought this up earlier. Apparently there's a mod you can install that makes the lead character use the Japanese dub, but the rest of the game is still in normal English. So it makes your character sound like a badass Japanese mercenary.
Straight on from here. Gonna walk you two out.
Come on, V. No reason to hang.
Holy shit, that voice is hotter than I expected.
Please make your way to the exit.
Oh, that was a bad bitch voice. Holy crap. That hit me in the ASMR for some reason. Have they fixed Cyberpunk? Oh yeah, for sure. They ever since the what was it called? The Liberty expansion? Apparently it's not just fixed up, it's been souped up. Apparently the game is pretty crash hot right now. It's pretty fucking nice. The Japanese voice is hella good. Yeah, I was you know what it was kind of like? It was the badass mercenary version of the Ara Ara voice. You know that Ara Ara? That shit? That's what it made me think of. Wait, hang on. I don't know if I could play the whole game like that. Like, I need some blood to stay in my head so I could make RPG choices. You love Japanese girls, also love Japan. It's hard not to like Japan. Japan's a wacky place in all the best ways. I love how even the West has started to copy some of their cooler ideas, like cat cafes. Like, America now has like fucking cat cafes. Not everywhere, but you know, that's such a Japanese concept. But you'd think everywhere should have a fucking cat. You know what? European countries should have thought of that first. I can imagine places like Denmark or Switzerland coming up with the idea of having a cat or a puppy cafe, but they had to let the Japanese have it first. The land of creativity. And sometimes too much creativity. I've seen some of your hentai. That shit gets confusing and problematic. There's a line. There's a line that exists, and sometimes they do cross it, and you're like, you know what? I ain't turned on no more. Now I'm just kind of like concerned. Where are we going with this? You feel like the katana is the only way to play with that mod? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're gonna go that far, you're gonna have to play that character like legit. Also, motorcycle. Katana and motorcycle only. Why did I close that window? I keep fucking doing that. Oh, that thumbnail I've got open. You probably spotted it just before. Jack Quaid. That's his name, right? From The Boys. He's got a new action movie coming out that, when I heard it described to me, it sounded a bit like, you know when the John Wick people went and made that Nobody movie? That action movie just called Nobody. I forget the name of the older comedian actor that was the badass in that. He was also in Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul, that dude. It sounded like that to me. I think Jack Quaid plays a character that has some condition where he can't feel pain, and he has to save his kidnapped girlfriend and realizes that his condition is actually a strength. Because he can take damage and actually not feel it. Bob Odenkirk, thank you. I shouldn't forget Bob Odenkirk's name because I've been a fan of his for ages, but, you know, I'm really tired right now, so my brain is lagging. You seen this trailer? Has he got tats?
Hey, it's Jack Quaid. The Novocaine trailer starts now.
Dude, he looks like fucking, oh, what's the dude who made Max Payne from Remedy? You know the dude I'm talking about? Sam Lake? He looks like his little brother or like really, really young Sam Lake when he was still like 17.
Trailer starts now.
Novocaine.
So,
What the hell's
what's your
Novocaine
deal?
again?
My deal? I'm just a regular guy
That's a pain
with
drug, right?
regular job, but I've got this condition.
Jared
where
Leto
I don't feel
Joker. Oh,
pain.
hell no. Oh, you're talking about because the tats? Yeah, Joker did have those kind of tats on his bod. The cringiest part of the Joker's tats was the ha 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 written on his face or whatever the fuck. It was a bit cringe. It was a bit emo cringe lord. Novocaine's a painkiller? Yeah, I thought so. Something like
what's
that.
your deal?
My deal? I'm just a regular guy with a regular job, but I've got this condition.
He's been getting some
where I
cool
don't
roles
feel pain.
ever since The Boys.
Hey, there we go.
Oh my god, you're a superhero.
The implications of the not feeling pain thing is actually bad.
Feeling something.
No, see, like, this is what I was about to say. It sounds really cool to not be able to feel pain, but I don't think it would be. Because if you can't feel pain, you can't feel, which means you can't feel pleasure. So, basically, sex is like, not any, like, is off the table for you. Which is already like a huge hit. The other problem is that the whole point of pain is it's a body alert system. It's meant to warn you of things that you need to be aware of. So it'd be very easy for things to happen a lot worse to you because you're not aware of what the damage is doing. And you can't like react to it correctly. So that would freak me out, man. There could be things happening to your body, you wouldn't even know it. And it could be getting worse because you're not reacting to it. Looks like he'd make an okay Ghost Rider. I think he's too adorable to play Johnny Blaze. I think you're saying that because of his general look, like with the leather jacket and stuff. But I mean, I'm still 100% behind Norman Reedus. I think Norman Reedus would make a sick Ghost Rider. The Johnny Blaze variety. I think they might be going back to the other Johnny Blaze, not Johnny Blaze, the other Ghost Rider. The one with the muscle car. The Hispanic dude. You thought it was a sweetener? Oh, sugarcane. So it makes Wolverine so good. He can heal from everything, but he feels it all. Yeah, see, but that's different. That's advanced healing. It's not about feeling or not feeling pain. That's what I mean. Like, healing would be great. It's just not feeling pain is kind of it's mostly a downside instead of a strength. I don't think I'd want that, even if it was offered to me. If you never felt pain, you would constantly shit your pants. Yeah, true. See, that's a feeling. Like, it's not just about pain, it's any feeling. Your colon wouldn't have a way of, what's the word? Of informing you of the progress of your stool, so you know whether to hold back or to press. Is that the most scientific way I can say that without sounding gross? I don't think there's a way to describe that without sounding gross. Also, if you can't feel, I don't think your eyes will be able to properly modulate its moisture. Because your eyes being able to feel themselves and know how dry or moist they are to manufacture tears or to blink more or less. I think that will also be... Like, there's a lot of fucking problems this would cause. Wasn't there a lady who couldn't feel pain and ended up being... That sounds like one of those like old wives' tale rumors that probably isn't true. But here's something that is apparently true. Did you know that human beings could technically very easily bite through your own finger? Like, your finger, the difficulty of biting through your finger and through the bone is about as hard as biting through a raw carrot, or as easy as biting through a raw carrot. That's about how much pressure it would require. The reason we can't do it is because of our survival instinct. There is a thing in our brain, if you were to like commit yourself to it and fully try to bite down your finger, it wouldn't seem as easy as biting through a raw carrot, because there's a mental block. There's something stopping you because you don't want to do it. You can't actually put that kind of pressure into the bite, because like your survival instinct is literally doesn't want you to do it. But you could do it if you can get around that. So if you were fucking crazy, like if you were tripping balls on bath salts and didn't know any better, you could fucking just go and get rid of that shit. You can nib that right off. But you would have to somehow mind fuck yourself to be able to do it, because the brain is not designed to be able to that easily damage yourself, because that is the opposite of what the survival instinct is meant for. Blood flow is weak to fingers and toes. Guy had his dog eat his toes and never knew until he saw the blood. Yeah, I got into a fight once where I was winning. I was on top of someone and hitting them, and in an act of desperation, they grabbed my arm at the wrist and they bit my finger, and my finger got like split down the middle, like through the nail, so I could actually like push my one half of my finger like out of the way a little bit. I could like do this, like a little flappy flap. And I didn't actually realize that what damage had been done until like after the fact, because with all the adrenaline and stuff going on, like it's just levels of pain you don't feel until afterwards. And when you're like calming down and you're like breathing heavily and you're starting to chill out, you start to feel that aching sting in your finger. And that's when you look at it and you can feel it's like super wet and dripping, and you're like, oh fuck, my finger's like in half. Like I didn't even realize that until like moments later. Illegal underground fights. No, nothing like that. That's why they tell you not to eat after the dentist. Jesus Christ. I hope that's not the reason. That's dark.
Last night was amazing.
Wait, so they're just robbing a bank and they just took her as a random hostage? Oh, okay. That's pretty grounded. That could happen to anybody.
I just want to know where Sherry is. You ever fired a gun before?
Ow.
So those are definitely third degree, so you're gonna want to run it under some cool water.
Why would you be telling the fucking criminal that?
Hey man, you okay?
So basically, every action scene in this whole movie is going to be contrived ways to get him to do stuff that are painful.
Do you know what it's like to wait your whole life to meet someone? Someone who finally gives your life meaning? Would you wait around for someone else to save her? Or would you do it yourself?
His hand is all crusty from the deep fryer, gross.
What the fuck is that?
Heads up!
Oh, sorry. It's fine.
What happened to your
This man's gonna bleed out. Whether he feels pain or not is irrelevant. He's gonna bleed the fuck out.
Everything you know.
What's his name?
You gotta be careful, dude.
Why is the
You can still die.
kid from
You're
Spider-Man
not
here?
Wolverine. You understand pain?
Oh, no, stop it. I mean, wow, that hurt. That one hurt the most.
Wait, why is he pretending though?
It is you! I thought you'd be dead by now.
Well, I'm not.
It's fucking Novocaine! And he's not.
Oh, they call him Novocaine. His so-called friends gave him a nickname. Alright, that's where that came from. You can't unsee Huey. Yeah, he's unfortunately going to be a victim of his own success with that one. He's been typecast as the Huey, and that's it. It's the rest of his life. A lot of people have got Anthony Starr now typecast as Homelander, and people can't see anything but Homelander. But thankfully, I'm immune to that one, because I because I own and have read the boys' graphic novels many times, I already have the comic version set in my head as Homelander. And I was also a massive fan of another show that Anthony Starr did called Banshee. Banshee is a really fucking good show. And Anthony Starr is really good in it. And that's who I see him as. So, like, I'm already locked into Banshee mode with Anthony Starr. As great as Homelander is as a character, and the way he plays it, like, he's still Banshee dude to me. You see him as the stray man from Auntie Donna's sketch. that was the most unexpected shit. I was like, why the fuck is Anthony Starr and Auntie... How did he even get here? Did they actually kidnap him? If you guys haven't watched Banshee, though, you should check it out. It's a really cool setup. It's a dude... Anthony Starr is a former criminal who just gets out of prison and goes back to this small country town to, like, find his girlfriend, who was a criminal bank robber with him and some older crew. And when he gets back to the small town, on the outskirts of the town, something happens that involves the new sheriff getting killed. And the new sheriff hasn't actually got to the town yet. He was on his way there. So he takes the badge from the new sheriff and he just shows up with it. And because nobody knows what the new sheriff looks like, he just starts pretending to be him. So it's the whole concept of the show is basically like a fresh out of jail criminal is pretending to be the small country town's sheriff. And because he's not a real sheriff and because he's kind of like a violent scumbag from his past, he can handle situations in ways that a normal sheriff wouldn't. Like he doesn't hold back. Like he'll take things too far just casually because he doesn't fucking care about what the actual law is. That show gets mad violent too. That's like it's an R-rated show for some of the action scenes. There's a scene where he like gets to a fight with a dude that was like sexually harassing a chick, and he grabs the guy's fingers on either side of his hand, and he rips his hand partly in half, like down the palm. That's how he ends the fight. And I'm like, yeah, the local cop is not meant to be allowed to do that. That's such a fucking cool show. I think it was one of those like it's one of those R-rated Skinamax type shows that would show on the same channels as shows like True Blood. So me and my ex at the time just got them all on Blu-ray. Novocaine looks cool though. That looked alright. I wonder how many different types of genres and characters it'll take Jack Quaid to shake off the Huey thing. It might take him a while. Poor fella. You saw an interview and Broden didn't know who Anthony Starr was until after? Yeah, Broden seems like one of those Aussie dad types that doesn't keep up with pop culture. He doesn't know what the kids are into. He's just chuffed. He's just chuffed. You more excited for Karate Kid? I mean, they both look fine. My only worry about the Jack Quaid one is that it could be one of those like generic kind of mid action movies that just has a cool idea, so it makes for a good trailer. But then when you see the actual movie, it's like, oh, they didn't really do much with this. The actual movie's just like, meh. I hope it's not that. You know who else got an action movie, actually? Before we go any further with anything else? There's another important one I want to check out. Daisy Ridley from Star Wars. You know, fucking Rey? Palpatine? I'm not going to call her Rey Skywalker. She stole that name. Rey Palpatine. She has an action movie coming out, but like a Die Hard style action movie. I think it actually even takes place in a skyscraper. I heard that she's like a window cleaner. One of those skyscraper window cleaners. And some shit starts going on inside the building. But because she's on the outside of the building as the window cleaner, she's the only one that's like not taken hostage and she has to do shit. The first comment on the video, somehow Hans Gruber returned. That's a double whammy. That's a Star Wars joke and a Die Hard joke. I will give this a thumbs up. I'm the 99th thumbs up. Awesome. All right.
He's going to blow the building.
Sounds like a Paul Blart reboot. Oh, that's a fucking awesome idea. You know what? I hate Paul Blart. Those movies suck because they're trying to be comedies and they're not funny. But check this out. Paul Blart reboot, but it's not funny. It's actually like a serious action movie. Like, not taking the piss, not satire. Just go just fucking full out. Like The Raid. R-rated action movie. You can still cast, what's his name? Who's the fatty that plays Paul Blart? I know that sounded rude to call him the fatty, but I don't care about him. I don't care if I hurt his feelings. Kevin James, that's it. Actually, no, I shouldn't be mean to Kevin James. He's actually one of the few. He's actually one of the few guys from that crew. You know, like David Spade and all them motherfuckers. He's one of the few of them. He's one of the few that actually has acting chops. I've seen him in serious roles where he is actually good. They're rare. Adam Sandler is also capable of it. Adam Sandler's serious roles are always like fucking amazing. But yeah, surprisingly, Kevin James can do it too. It's just we've seen less of it from Kevin. I don't know why. Here Comes the Boom. Yeah, Here Comes the Boom. Here Comes the Boom plays more like a comedy in the trailer, but like it's got more serious notes in the actual movie than you'd think. I suppose Click did as well, the Adam Sandler TV remote one. Hey Amelia. Hope you're doing great. Yeah. I was watching since 10 minutes, then I followed you. Thanks for that. Much obliged. He's shaped up for it. Well, yeah, he has to. In Here Comes the Boom, he has to kind of sell as at least a moderately capable cage fighter. You don't have to be like fully shredded to do that, but you can't be out of weight either. Out of shape, sorry. You are the same person. You're about to start dating. Click is okay, but ends weak. Yeah, Click is one of those movies where like it's like a one-note, kind of one-idea movie. It has some funny bits, but then I think what elevates it is there's some actual tearjerker moments where it actually earns the earns the emotional beats. That's I think the part that people didn't expect from Click. Silly comedy into tragic drama. Yeah, see, that's the key sometimes. Like, you can be a silly comedy, but if there is an underlying actual plot with actual characters, with actual arcs, and you do have to kind of pay that off. Like, there needs to be real stakes, and there needs to be real... the drama needs to, like, actually go somewhere. And a lot of movies like that, like rom-coms or just comedies in general, they tend to be, like, a little weak. Simply because they care more about either the rom-com pair-up or they care more about the slapstick comedy, that they don't make the underlying plot actually, they don't take it seriously enough. And if you don't take it seriously, then, you know, outside of the funny, it's all just a big fuck around. Had 0 jokes from the third act. Yeah, see, there you go. But by that point, you don't care because you've giggled a little bit, but then the plot and the character arcs actually get you. So by the third act, you don't care if you're not laughing anymore. You're actually invested in what's happening. Which is a neat trick. Anyway, Daisy Ridley has got to do some shit. I think I could do this job. I'm not scared of heights.
We're hearing reports of an incident at the
I'm scared of spiders, but not heights. Oh, holy shit. That was Clive Owen. This is a Daisy Ridley versus Clive Owen movie.
Greedy, needy.
You thought it went too into the drama?
We're going to shine a light on your crimes.
Oh, that's fair.
Cheers.
That happens occasionally. If you go to a movie for one thing and then the movie starts to become something else, then yeah, that's fair. Usually, like in my case, like I might go expecting it to be one thing, but if I'm into both comedies and dramas, I'm not really going to be that perturbed by it shifting gears. I'm probably going to be more fascinated by that. It might make me take a bit more interest because it's like, ooh, they're doing something interesting here with genre. Like, let's see where they go with this. Are you scared of your own reflection? No. Only spiders. Heights I'm good with. The dark I'm good with. Snakes I'm good with. I do find... What's the holes one? You know when you get creeped out by lots of little holes and stuff? Like if you see a Photoshop picture of a hand covered in little holes. What's that called? It's It's a pretty viral new phobia. Over the last couple of years, it's been... Tryptophobia, yeah, that's the one. I do find that kind of creepy, but I wouldn't say I'm scared of it. I wouldn't call it a phobia, but when I see it, I do understand what people are talking about. Shia LaBeouf, what phobia would that be? Actual cannibal phobia. That's the Shia LaBeouf one. I also understand thalassophobia. Thalassophobia is fear of the deep ocean. I think, wait, it might just be water, but like I understand people's fear of the deep ocean because the deep ocean's fucked up. I don't want to be out there. There's things going on in the ocean that like we don't need to know about. You know, down when it's so deep where it gets dark and you can't see shit? No, no mas. I still won't call it a phobia. It doesn't make my hairs stand on the back of my neck like spiders do, but like spiders will make me scream like a little girl. But yeah, I'm not feeling fucking deep ocean shit very much. That Jimmy's my willikers. That's why you'll never play Subnautica. I will. More so because I find it like if I'm more scared of something, that probably makes me more likely to want to play the thing, because I do want to be affected by things I play. So if I find the ocean scary, that makes me want to play Subnautica more because I want to see how much that game can get me. Like that sounds like fun to me, and I want to play it in VR. It has a VR mode now, and I think that's fascinating. I would love to play Subnautica in VR. I feel like I would turn pasty white and sweat that headset right off my fucking skull. Ocean is 99% flat, classified as desert. Most life in coastal regions. You're not wrong, but I think there's also unknown oogity boogities down there. Ones that'll whisper your name in the cold dead of night. And I don't want to know about... I don't want to know about no eldritch horrors reaching their tentacles up from the dark brine to tickle my underneath of my feet from my bed, pull me under. I'm creeping myself out now.
Great to have you on board.
Any attempt to gain access, the whole building explodes.
They attached the explosive to the hostages.
Find them.
Put it down.
Can Daisy Ridley the... Oh my god. The window cleaner's got combat chops. Good damn.
Need the cleaner. Ex-army.
Wait, what did he say?
He's going to blow the building.
Army. If I did the cleaner. Ex-army.
Ah, come on, man. Really? I don't know if you heard that line correctly, but he said, "We've ID'd the cleaner. She's ex-army." So they're going with the whole like the seemingly useless blue collar rando that everyone's ignoring turns out to be like an ex-marine or something, and she's gonna kick ass. I don't mind Daisy Ridley kicking ass, but I think it would have been more interesting if she was just a window cleaner and had to like the stakes were higher, because she can't just start kicking ass. She's got to like think it through, figure that shit out. And then maybe later on, when push comes to shove, she gets into a violent brawl with someone and has to actually, like, you know, take it next level and rip someone's eyeball out. You want to see her fight with a squeegee? She probably will. If she's ex-army or ex-marine, they usually use that as an excuse to do the whole, like, she can kill a man with any object. She's been trained. Pencil, squeegee, maybe even sponge. They'll find a dead body of one of the bank robbers strung from the ceiling with a Christmas light with a sponge up his ass. Why isn't she security?
Going to blow the building.
They're probably going to have some plot point where she's like a disgraced ex-army veteran that got like discharged, and she's still really cut about it, so she's lying low by just doing a menial blue-collar job and not taking it well. And then, you know, fate comes a-knocking.
Everyone's got a personal Joey.
If you touch him, I will end you.
No smoke without
She
fire,
ex-Delta
right?
Force or some shit. He just said ex-army. Like, if they keep it vague, they don't have to get too detailed.
You get as many people out as you can.
You want to hang this whole operation on a window cleaner who couldn't hack the army?
See, he said couldn't hack the army, so she either left on her own accord for some reason, or she got discharged.
I'm not gonna let you down.
Well, that seems like a movie. I don't know what else to say about that. It's, you know what I mean sometimes when you see a movie that just is like, this is movie. Welcome to movie.com. It couldn't be more movie if it tried. A movie called Die Hard. Yeah. Well, I suppose you're kind of right, because in Die Hard's case, he's a cop. So, ex-army cop, like, you're dealing with people that already have, like, a basis in survival combat, things like that. I really prefer action movies where it really is a nobody. Like, someone that isn't already partly trained to take care of themselves, that has to figure this shit out. Because I think that's a more interesting, like, high-stakes survival situation. Like, what would a window cleaner... what strength does a window cleaner have? Like, what could they possibly pull together to make this doable? Maybe her lack of fear of heights? Think about it. The whole movie takes place very high up in a skyscraper. What's her one advantage against the bank robbers? Her bravery when it comes to heights. Like, if she can draw them out to the outskirts of the building to deal with her, that's her element. Like, she might not be able to fight or know how to use a gun or have ever killed or maybe even hurt a person before. But if she has to do something, let gravity take care of it. Pull them into situations where they're going to be more stressed because of the fact that the criminals are probably less used to heights. And she's a lot more chill because she's very used to heights, which makes them slip up a lot, and she can get the upper hand and make them all fall to their deaths and stuff. See, I think that's a lot more clever. That whole trailer makes it seem like she immediately goes into the building from the window washer, and the whole rest of the movie just takes place inside the building with her fighting, kicking, shooting people, like a normal action film. So the window cleaner stuff is not really going to be part of it. It's just the setup. And then they abandon it immediately. A movie called Beekeeper. That's the Jason Statham one. I remember Beekeeper. I know people who think that movie is shit, and I know people who think that movie is awesome. Like, one or the other. There's no in between. Window Cleaner would have been a better skit in Family Guy. Yeah, one of those things where you, like, Peter Griffin has a cutaway to where he's at the cinema and you see, like, a movie trailer on the screen, and it's like a rip-off trailer of Die Hard, but it's some window cleaner, and it's the fucking cleaning lady from Family Guy. Only one woman has a chance to stop them now. No, Signor Peter is not here. I need lemon pledge. She has to use lemon pledge to blind the robbers, and then they trip and fall out the window to their deaths. I know, hero. I clean. I love that woman. She's got the funniest parts in Family Guy. I think we just came up with a really good Family Guy skit right there. I feel like this should already have been a Family Guy skit. That's too good. That's why I like Mayhem. The main dude is just a disgruntled employee. Mayhem's the one with Glenn from Walking Dead, right? It's just a ripoff of John Wick. A sleeper agent would have been a cool concept, but I doubt that's what they're going for. I wouldn't quite say John Wick. I think Die Hard is the best comparison, because John Wick is more of a case of assassin, hired assassin, whereas this is former low-level trained competent army cop, whatever, just like Die Hard, in a situation that they didn't ask for, but they are somewhat capable of dealing with. Call the movie Housekeeping. I love this movie. I want our movie. I want our movie more than this movie. Beekeeper is a ripoff of John Wick. Oh, you're talking about Beekeeper. Yeah, I guess that is closer, because in Beekeeper, he's some kind of like mercenary for hire, hitman. He's somewhere between all those things, but he works for government agencies to clean up situations or something like that, right? Hey, thanks, Paul Three Nipple. I think I pulled that name off pretty well. Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. How long have we got till New Year? It's now the 30th in Australia. That's New Year's tomorrow. New Year's Eve. Not Poland, just Poland. Oh, fair enough. I was adding vowels between your consonants. An unsanctioned government entity. Oh, okay. A little bit more complicated then. A little bit more... I thought it was a little bit more legal than the John Wick setup with the government stuff, but if it's unsanctioned, then I guess less so. Daisy Ridley. Cleaning bad guys. Wants to be a Jedi. Who dis? Jay-Z addresses recent allegations through freestyle app. Is this the same guy as that other one you said? The Super Bowl one?
Chill.
Your nickname is easier in Poland.
To take down your boy
Fair enough.
Man, the lies is over. You waited 24 years to get your paper, soldier. Not guilty. Give me back my bread.
You reckon his clock is big enough? This is a man very concerned with knowing what time it is.
Been a billionaire since, never been no pay though. Filed in a civil suit, cause your pockets is acute. Nah, Holmes, Sean Carter ain't.
Isn't the thing that Jason Statham and Beekeeper going after, isn't it like a bunch of crypto bros or some shit? Or like website scammers or something? Like something more low-key than you would expect. But they fuck with somebody that's close to him. They rip them off. Like one of those phone scams they do on old people. I hate those people. Those are the worst scammers, I swear to God. You have to be like very low on the totem pole in terms of like empathy to be able to do that shit to people. That hat is poor sun protection. Depends on what direction the sun's coming from. Release to the president or something. Oh, it's one of those deals where it seems like a pretty straightforward plot, but then it has to escalate to conspiracy theories, and then before you know it, you're hunting down the Declaration of Independence from inside the Statue of Liberty because there's a map on the back that leads to Bill Clinton's vagina. I think I just half described National Treasure, except for the Bill Clinton's vagina part. I might have added that part. I can't remember National Treasure very well, so maybe.
Stop it, Busby. Let's not make it ugly. You think you playing chess?
That's a good movie. You know what's funny? Sorry, I keep interrupting this man. I don't want to talk over him. I don't know how I feel about the National Treasure movies. Like, I remember seeing it and thinking it was quite fun. But then I saw it again and I was like, this is actually really stupid. I don't think I like this. And then I saw it again and I was like, no, this is why it's fun. Because it's like, it's not trying to be too realistic. It's trying to be like a bit more over the top, like an Indiana Jones movie, but with a slightly more Looney Tunes plot. And there's nothing wrong with that. This actually is fun. And then when I thought about it again, when someone else was talking about it, I was like, is it stupid? I don't know. When I was a kid, I thought the movies were really smart. See, I mean, I guess that's kind of like part of what the pitch was. Like, it would seem smart to a kid, but to an adult, it's like, it's quite silly, but it's kind of part of the fun of it, especially because it's also Nicolas Cage. And we like watching Nicolas Cage be silly. That's kind of like Nicolas Cage at his best. We like silly buggers Nicolas Cage. We like Nicolas Cage not saying a single word in the movie and beating the shit out of a bunch of Freddy Fazbear animatronics. That's what we want to see. The plot and cast to somehow make it work. Yeah, see, I mean, you could make anything. That's the thing with movies. I think it was Roger Ebert, I think, that said this once, that it doesn't matter what a movie is about. All that matters is how it is about it. So you could make a movie about any stupid shit that has the tone of some silly bugger shit on purpose. But if you do it well, if you lean into it and just have fun with it, you can make it good. But you make it good on the level that you're going for. Like when you watch B-grade exploitation slasher trash, like that stuff can be pretty dull sometimes because they're just pumping it out. But sometimes someone who really loves the genre, someone who loves Friday the 13th, loves Jason, loves Night Before Christmas, they might make a movie that's like an homage to that stuff where they really like to play with all the cinematography tricks, the style, the vibe, the type of acting, and just kind of like make it an homage that takes itself seriously, but at the same time kind of a half satire where it's sort of having fun with the form. And like, that stuff's amazing. It's still leaning into the trashiness of it. It's still being that kind of movie. But rather than like stick your nose up at it and be a snob and go, well, that makes it shit, right? It's like, no, it's being shitty on purpose, but it's enjoying being that genre. It's having fun with it. It's making this shitty on purpose genre good. And that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. There's a way to make it good. You just got to find the vision. It's kind of like, okay, here's a weird example that's very different. Speed Racer, the Speed Racer live action movie. From the point of view of a functional film that makes sense as a film, it's a bit of a failed experiment. Like, it didn't get good reviews. It's not a very good movie in a traditional sense, but they leaned hard into the experiment. The experiment was, can we make a live action childish Speed Racer movie that's exactly like the cartoon and just do all the fucking things the cartoon did and not give a shit about whether it works or not. Just do it. And that's kind of the experiment. And it's a really interesting and a really fun movie because of it, but at the same time as not being a very good movie. Like when someone says this movie's a 2 out of 10 and here's a list of all the reasons why it's shitty, I don't disagree with them. Like, I look at the list and go, yeah, that's all true. But here's the thing. As someone that appreciates the experiment, understands what they were trying to do with it, I find the movie really interesting and fun. I can watch it and have a great time watching it. Like, because it just leaned 100% into the concept and the vision. And on paper, to a general audience who doesn't understand the vision, it's a clusterfuck. But to everyone else, it's a joyous clusterfuck. It's a sight to behold. And there are plenty of movies like that. It's just the worst thing you can be as a movie is boring. If you pump out a blueprint of a movie just for the sake of making a movie, like, I'm director, man, I'm going to make action movie, and it's just a movie about some tosser who has to steal a briefcase of money and gets into a bunch of shootouts where everyone hides behind chest-high walls and pops up and just fires some bullets, and nothing fucking happens. It's the same plot as every other action movie, and there's nothing stylized about it. The action choreography is non-existent. It's just people pointing guns and grimacing. It's like, it's fucking dull, man. Like, have a vision. Try and do something with the fucker. Don't just, like, take blueprint and plug in and expect money to pump out the other side. That's not filmmaking. That's not art. That's, the worst side of the industry. That's the commercial side. That's the side that's like, we just need to make a thing and hope that people give us money. It's like, fuck you. Try something crazy. I don't care if it's shit. Just try something. I'll be way more fascinated by what you're doing. Adults love that conspiracy shit. Oh, National Treasure. Yeah, but it's like, that's what I was saying. It's kind of the Looney Tunes version of that adult conspiracy shit that adults love so much. It really goes over the top with it, but that's, yeah, what's fun about it. And John Voight. John Voight turned out to be a bit of a crazy person over time. I don't like John Voight as much as I used to think I did. He's a bit problematic, that dude. But we all love Sean Bean.
But my lawyers love to fight, call them the money team. Stand 10 toes on my name, put that on everything. I got daughters, how you slander a father? A mogul, a legend, an icon, an author. How dare you besmirch my name and hide yours? If you wanna accuse me, show us your face, bro. I have no skeletons, I can look in the mirror and know I'm one of the real.
He has no skeleton.
Really say the same. Or do you feel that shame?
This poor jelly man.
Unjust. They sued us twice in one
How does he
week.
stand
They
up
really
straight?
Not like us. Is this retaliation? Was y'all just that greedy? Why don't you go get a job? Better yet, drop a CV.
This guy's using a Jay-Z filter. Wait, you mean like on his voice to make him sound like that? I thought he was just doing that. I thought he was just a good mimic. Finn should have died in The Last Jedi. Finn should have been the main character of that trilogy. Finn started out as the most interesting thing in those movies, I reckon. Because remember how the Force Awakens starts with that scene of him going down as a stormtrooper, ending up with the blood on his helmet, and realizing that we are the baddies, basically. He did that meme. Wait, I have that meme, don't I? Wait, wait a minute. Hang on. Wait, I swear that meme is in my V-Mode collection somewhere. Oh my god, I've got too many of these now. Makes it harder to spot. Oh, here it is.
Are we the baddies?
Yes, that one. It's Finn had his "Are we the baddies" moment, and then like defected from the stormtroopers, and I really thought that what the new Star Wars movies are going to be about was going to be about a rebellion led against the Empire by a rogue stormtrooper that defected and is going to cause other stormtroopers to see the error of their ways and to join him and to form like a new rebellion made up of former stormtroopers fighting back against the Empire, like the bad guys against the bad guys kind of thing. I thought that was a sick idea, and then they just didn't run with it. It's like you started the movie like that was going to be the thing, and then you didn't do it. Responding to allegations that Jay-Z got about raping someone with P. Diddy back in 2001. Well, that 2001 case just got freshly reopened. Thanks, Diddy. Everyone's going down with you. ROS completely undid the original 6. Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker was pretty terrible. That was the one that really... See, Force Awakens starts with a cool premise and then just kind of is okay for the rest of the movie. And I'm like, I'm disappointed that they didn't take it where I thought it was going to go. Last Jedi is probably my favorite of the three because of what they do in the middle of the movie when Kylo Ren and Rey finally come together and they cooperate and they fight back against the Snoke guard. And there's a moment there where they look like they're going to team up, and he has the most awesome pitch to her where he's like, you know what, fuck the Jedi, fuck the Sith, fuck the light side, fuck the dark side. Let's just do our own thing. The old ways are done. Let's just go do what we feel we need to do with this power. And the like almost opening up the idea of like the gray Jedi. And I was on the edge of my seat. I was on the fucking edge of my seat. The throne room fight was terrible. I don't remember the fight so much because I don't really care about that. It's what happens after the fight. It's the story point of Kylo Ren appealing to Rey and almost steering the plot in a new direction that Star Wars kind of needed. Like that was the moment for me. Out of those three movies, the most source that the new trilogy ever had was that conversation between Rey and Kylo, where they were actually on the same page. They were on the same team for a brief moment, and he had a very good pitch to her that I actually wish she took. Because if those two left in the middle of that movie together and basically said, fuck the Jedi, fuck the Sith, they're over, we're doing our own thing, I would have been back on board with Star Wars. I would have been like, okay, this is new, this is something. We're doing something new with Star Wars. I'm so fucking tired of light side, dark side shit. Like, that Kylo Ren had the best idea out of any character in that entire franchise. And she didn't take his hand and go along with it for some reason, even though he was pitching straight fire. He was dropping bars on that shit. And then it goes back to just being the same old fuckery throughout the rest of that movie and then the rest of Rise of Skywalker, but even worse, because somehow Palpatine returned, which is the stupidest thing you could have done at that point. It's like, don't tease almost going in a fresh direction, an actual new direction for Star Wars, and then go so far back the other way that the best you've got is somehow Palpatine returned. Oops. Oh, diddums. Like, the fuck was that shit? Oh, it was so nauseous. Almost threw up in the aisle. It's like, oh, I wanted to throw my popcorn at somebody. That was the start of the movie. The cavalry charge on the starship. The casino. Yeah, that was a random side quest. They went on a full fucking Bethesda side quest in that movie. So we'll get back to the plot later. We have to explore the rest of Skyrim real quick. They should have brought Qui-Gon Jinn back, since lightsabers don't kill anyone. Going to Grey Jedi. I always hated the fact that Jedi don't actually fucking die anyway. They just become ghosts that can stick around and like talk to people. It's like, that's kind of OP. Like, let's say shit's going down and I'm a Jedi, right? And I'm trying to help everyone do some stuff and they murder me. I get stabbed, I get run through by a Sith. Like, what's stopping me from coming back immediately and going like, fuck it, I'm not going to stay dead. I'm a Force ghost now, so what? Now you can't stab me. I'm still chilling with the crew, but I'm a ghost. I'm going to tell them everything. I'm going to stick my head through walls, see what you're doing, and tell them all the shit. Now they've got a huge advantage because I'm Jedi poltergeist over here. Can I possess people? Can I pick a random stormtrooper, possess their body, and shoot the other squad in the back of the head? Because sometimes Force Ghosts can actually do shit, depending on what canon you're looking at. They had the original three, never put them in a scene together. That's true as well. They fly now. They fly now. It's a shame because there's a moment in that. This is the funny thing about these Star Wars movies, is that like there's really terrible moments that are sometimes very close to good moments. Like the scene in that desert where Rey is kind of facing down on foot against that TIE fighter. Pretty cool. Like, made for an amazing trailer moment where she does that little flip with the saber to cut the TIE fighter from the top. Sweet trailer moment. The problem is the rest of that desert scene with the they fly now slapstick and all that crap. Oh yeah, and then they end up in a tunnel and they find a giant space snake, and then Rey decides that force healing from the video games and the books is now in the movies as well, which opens up a massive can of worms because it's like, okay, if force healing is suddenly real in the live action movies as of movie number 9, why weren't people force healing throughout the entire franchise? Star Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 had plenty of moments where a Jedi could have force healed a motherfucker, and nobody ever did. It was so OP without any training. I mean, I didn't even care about that stuff, to be honest. I was like, whatever. I don't like Jedi anyway. Like, the whole Jedi Sith thing I always found very boring. Because I don't like light side, dark side storytelling. It doesn't, even outside of Star Wars, I don't like storytelling that's basically just boiled down to good and evil. When it's like, oh, these guys are just genuinely, positively light side good, and these guys are mustache twirling, just evil, eating babies bad. It's like, that shit is so hack. It's such hack shit when it comes to screenwriting. And Star Wars has always been built on top of it, the whole light side, dark side thing, and I never liked it. I've never understood it. Because that's not how human beings work. You don't suddenly, like, if you're an angry person and you tap into that in order to access some dark side powers, where's the switch in your brain that suddenly makes you decide that, like, oh, I should murder babies and eat puppies and shit, and also take over the world and blow up some planets? Like, why do people suddenly flip evil and turn into homunculi? Like, no human being works like that. There's no reason why someone can't just be a genuinely angry, temperamental person that can easily tap into the dark side because of those particular emotions and just not be evil. Like, just because I'm an angry piece of shit that can shoot force lightning and is kind of like, maybe a bit of a dick, maybe I'll be rude to you and flip the bird, but I'm not going to go blow up a space orphanage. Where did that come from? Like, light side, dark side shit never made sense to me. It's all very forced, childish storytelling. And I just put up with it because the Star Wars movies are kind of cool. Like, we're there for the childish storytelling. They're like these cute little kids' adventures set in space. I mean, you look at the original films, fucking Ewoks and shit. They were always like kids' films. It's just that it took the world by storm and adults love it as well. And sometimes they get so dark and edgelordy, it's almost like even the creators forgot that these started as a basis of just family-friendly adventure movies that weren't meant to be taken so seriously. And the stuff I hate about it, I hate even more when it's taking itself super seriously and trying to be edgelord dark. Because then it gets insufferable. I can at least put up with the stuff I don't like under the guise of, this is just a family movie, whatever, let's just have fun with it. Oh, hey, Hendrik. Sorry, I always didn't see Hendrik Vanderland there because I was ranting. Ranting about Star Wars. Didn't have enough skill points for force healing. I know that force healing has always existed in the books and the video games, but it's very easy for the general public who only care about the movies to separate the lore and the canon. You can't just pull things in from the books and the games out of nowhere with no prior explanation and then open up new cans of worms like, well, if Jedis can heal people, then why haven't we been healing people this entire time when it would have mattered? It just seems like you've introduced plot holes in movies that are in the past now. Kind of like what Phoenix said before about how like the new movies kind of just ruined the original 6. Kind of did, like, to be honest. Ruins is a hard word, but it did affect them, to be sure. If you go off the first 3, there was an obscene number, I'm not going to read out loud, Jedi, and 2 Sith. Anakin killed most of them, brought the balance back. In the original, when there were only a handful remaining, he either killed them or died, so there were no longer any Jedi or Sith because Luke wasn't a true Jedi. And then the South Park quote. Sometimes you try to retcon pre-existing stories. Yeah, I mean, it's... I wish that scene between Kylo and Rey in the middle of Last Jedi went differently. I wish they used that as a springboard to go in a new direction and actually surprise us and do something interesting. And get away from the old black and white storytelling of the old days. Because, I mean, you know, George Lucas, he's made some iconic shit, but he's also kind of a hack that got lucky. He's sort of a... what's the word? He's not a writer of much depth. His stuff's a bit shallow. It's just that when he leans into it by going, let's just make a fun space kids movie with just very basic kids movie level ideas, but just make it stylized and cool and utilize the most recent cutting edge filmmaking techniques to make fucking laser swords we've never seen before. Like, shit worked. I wish they used Snape as a good antagonist. Oh, you're talking about Kylo Ren, but you're calling him Snape because he looks like lanky emo guy. He had a lot of potential. There's things I like about him, and there's things that they could have been way better. But the film wasn't requiring it to be way better. It was just cruising, really. They didn't do enough interesting with it. He was smart by writing the contract to give 100% of merch sales. Yeah, see, like, that was a good move in order to make yourself a billionaire. But, like, that's what I mean. It's like that has nothing to do with his quality of filmmaking. Like, he just made something that would work as a commercial entity that he could then get a good merch contract off. It's like, it's hard to think of him as an auteur filmmaker. He just got lucky and made some really cool shit that people love for the rest of mankind. Like, people are going to be talking about Star Wars probably 1,000 years from now. Some people just get lucky like that. Spielberg is a better filmmaker. He's got chops. Hasn't made anything that crash hot in a while, to be honest. But I mean, Spielberg goes way back. I feel like George Lucas just kind of rested on his laurels a bit. He made a couple of movies, then Star Wars, and then rested on that for most of his days. Original Indiana Jones is legendary. Yeah, but that's mostly Spielberg shit. I know Lucas was involved in some respect, but I don't know if you've ever seen the behind-the-scenes stuff where they talk about, like, the hilarity behind some of the ideas that George Lucas would introduce and how he'd get shot down by Spielberg and a few others. Like, some of Lucas's ideas for Indiana Jones that got cut out or rejected are kind of hilarious in just how fucked up they are. Like, at one point, I think the love interest in the first Indiana Jones was, like, underaged. And there was some sus scene with her or whatever, and they basically just shot George Lucas down on all of that. I don't know what that was about. It was simpler times. Your famous Lucasfilm property. Yeah, I heard the game is really good. The one that just came out recently. I would love to try that, actually. Need to get around to playing that someday. It's on Game Pass, so I do have access to it. Would they be the same movie that was back in those days, the score really made a big difference. The Superman score, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. All those movies had a sound. It doesn't happen as often as anymore. Like, I guess people recognize the Avengers. When the Avengers theme plays, that's quite iconic. There's not that many other examples. Maybe Harry Potter. When the Harry Potter theme plays, people know what that's about. It's a lost art. She says I was a child indie, but to me, you could be 27, saying you were a child at 19 in terms of maturity. And there was something more sus, I think, in the original George Lucas draft, that some of his ideas were kind of nutty. It's fun listening to this. We are waffling a lot.
Hello?
Hello.
There you go.
I apologize
Oh,
for
okay.
interrupting, but I'm getting reports that in this very area there's sales that are happening.
Oh, is this Red Dead 2 RP, yeah?
Is there any reason that any of you would be selling something that you shouldn't?
You can search me. I mean, I have bandages from a doctor. That's
What
about
kind
it.
of sales are you referring to?
It's of the illegal variety. Contraband propaganda.
Some of these RPers aren't really doing a Wild West voice, though. They're not really in character enough, as far as I'm concerned.
Can I speak to you quickly, just over here?
Okay.
Now, I don't want to be a tattletale, but those two over there have been selling.
Is that horse
They've been
sleeping,
trying
or
to
what the
sell
fuck's
to
going on
me.
over there? Oh, there it is.
Really?
Yeah.
What were they trying to sell to you?
They were saying something about poppy seeds.
She's doing a good job.
Poppy seeds,
I feel like
huh?
she's all in
Those are
character.
hard to get hold of.
Oh, don't. She's coming
Oh,
in.
one guy's Aussie.
You ready?
That guy.
What did you say your name was, sir?
Mate.
Norman.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you see anything else suspicious, you let me know, okay?
Not as
Yeah,
bad as
just,
Quentin Tarantino's.
I have a question, though.
Quentin Tarantino's Australian accent is iconic. I laugh at that scene every single time. He knows what he's doing.
Just two.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll talk to him right now.
He
But
turned
don't
that
worry,
Australian
I'm on
accent up to
this.
150%.
Let's step over here for a moment, if that's all right.
How's it going?
Why does she
Hello.
look like Slash
What
from
did
Guns
that,
N' Roses?
lady want to talk to you about?
Oh, the
Nothing.
woman?
Yeah.
You should just ask me how my day was. Why?
I don't know. She was talking
Oh my
about,
God.
nefarious.
You mean you were talking about how I was selling
This lady
illicit
has a man
drugs
voice.
in front of you? Yeah, dude. You're a snitch. I'm not dumb.
I didn't say that.
Jesus, horse.
Howdy.
The
How's it
title
going?
says banned for
Feel like you
trolling
did?
role players. What exactly is he
alright.
doing to trolls? He just...
Are you like creeping on people?
Creeping on people.
Yeah.
Are you following these ladies around?
Excuse
You
me?
never have a girlfriend growing up, is it? Are you
They're
sad?
taking their RP pretty
Are you depressed
seriously.
and lonely? Are you
But these
trying to find a
servers do
woman
that,
to love?
though.
What's the matter?
I think I'm speaking.
I do
to
feel
the
bad
person
about
who-
the idea of trolling
I don't
RPers,
understand the
though.
hostility.
I don't want to ruin people's
Ladies, is
fun.
it fucking winter? I don't see any fucking snowflakes out in the sky, but apparently this guy stopped his fucking baby shit.
Pardon?
Are
He's
you
speaking
deaf?
plain English.
I just
I can
go.
understand him.
I just go.
Are you fucking deaf, fella? Like what the?
Hey, you two keep your nose clean.
What would you do if I shoot your horse right now?
Probably wouldn't be too pleased.
And why do you look weird as shit?
Why do you look poor? You look poor.
What the fuck is going on?
Are you a
smell of
poverty
poor.
person?
Which reminds you of the South Park when they
Live
go
in
to
the
that
slums in
1870s
Saint
place.
Denis or what?
I can't
take
can't
that
follow
back. You
the
probably couldn't
RP at
afford
this
that.
point.
Just because I hang out
This
with
has
you guys
gotten really
doesn't
awkward.
mean it'd be so mean to me. Did you guys sell him something? Is that why he's so
No.
agitated?
No, but you watched me sell that local blunt box, and then you snitched.
Mm-hmm. He snitched?
So, you snitch on people?
Is
that
this
stuff, fella?
sheriff
wouldn't
guy with
do
the
that.
white hat?
You did.
He's
say
got
it.
like a Indian girl on the back of his
I heard
horse?
you tell the lady I was selling illicit
What's going on here?
drugs.
I haven't.
He looks like Lex Luthor.
Spoken to any lawman.
He does a bit. He looks like
You
Mr.
never-
Clean.
Tell them you're sorry for snitching.
This guy's well, I'm not
Got
going
some
to
serious brows, man.
Well, these people wouldn't lie. These are good people here. Hard-working people.
You're wearing
Yo,
socks. and
What's
a
with the
dress.
socks?
I'm not really intimidated by you. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe this won't intimidate you, fella.
Oh, damn.
It's a little rough back here.
That was uncalled for.
Not really sure what that was about.
The mouth moves in the game.
Well, you said you
Oh
weren't
yeah, a lot of
intimidated.
games
How
do
was
that.
Is that gonna make
They've been doing
treat
that
people
since
better, more respect or no?
the
I'm
OG
not really
Xbox and
familiar with
PS2
you.
era.
I'm not sure what I did to it.
The first game I ever saw use that tech was Far Cry Instinct on the original Xbox, the very, very first Xbox. When you were playing it online with other people, and you're talking into your headset, the character model would actually lip sync and move its mouth whenever you would speak. So it would detect the audio waveform and it would try to move the mouth in time with what you're saying. It sounds fancy, but I guess on a technical level, it's probably a very simple simple tech. It wouldn't be very hard to program that at all.
Upset you?
Well, those people are really good friends of mine, and if you're going to law snitching on them,
Oh
you
no,
know,
I
it's
wouldn't
better to
snitch.
mind your own business.
Oh, I wouldn't
They
snitch.
just said you snitch, fella.
Well, they're lying.
Back up.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Back up.
yeah, I don't really like that.
Back up. Back up.
Such
Sorry?
an awkward
Back up.
individual. Oh fuck. Pocahontas is about to throw a knife
Back
at him.
up.
doing?
Yep, she got him.
Oh.
Maybe you should have backed up. Tell those people in town.
What is it? What is with this couple? Is it actually the sheriff of the town? Is he RPing the sheriff of the town and he's got like some native Indian wife that cruises on the back of the horse with him?
Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
It was Norman, was it?
Yes, Norman Nodule.
Mr. Norman, I'm going to be frank with you.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting a lot of reports in this area that you've been harassing a lot of the locals. I'm gonna
Oh,
have to
wait,
ask
she's
that
the
you leave
sheriff.
Blackwater. I'm going to have to charge you with disorderly
She's the
conduct.
sheriff. That other guy was just some dude with an Indian wife.
If it was
Okay.
just one person, I would, be able to negotiate and work through things.
I'm impressed with
But
her
I'm
though.
hearing from a
She's
lot of
she's
people that
taking
you've
this
been harassing
seriously.
them,
She's doing her
up
job well.
into staring at women, breathing on people
What
uncomfortably.
were the most
looking at their
iconic video games on
feet,
this
and
channel?
Other stuff that's just generally making the public uncomfortable.
I haven't actually looked at my my what's it called, the Twitch recap yet, to see what my most played games on the channel were for 2024. I'm saving the recap content for my New Year's Eve stream. Oh shit, that's tomorrow. Well, it's now 1 a.m. on the 30th. Tonight I've got a what's that game called? A Moonlighter stream. But then the next day, the 31st, I'm doing my New Year's, and then I'm going to find out what all my stats are. I'm pretty keen to find out myself. Of all time? Damn, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you mean by iconic. That could mean a lot of things.
Okay, I wasn't aware that I did any of that.
Because it was multiple reports from several people.
What games did the
instead of
best?
charging you or giving you a hard time, I'm just going to ask you to leave.
Oh.
So that they don't escalate things and it doesn't unnecessarily break out in a fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no problem.
I actually know how to answer this. I think it would be Enter the Gungeon and Hollow Knight. That's probably the two games that had the most traction. When I was playing those two games, I'd say the chat was like maybe in the 20s. It was at least like 20-something people chatting. High teens to mid-20s. Those are the two I can think off the top of my head that I know was... Ben 10 doesn't count because that was Sham's fault. Ben 10 had an extremely high viewer number, which is a kid's game. But the only reason it has a high viewer number is because there was probably only 4 or 5 of us. And then Sham, who's in the chat, or was in the chat before, he hasn't said anything in a little while, he raided the channel with about like 100 and something people. And then about 60 something of them stuck around. So for no reason whatsoever, we had like a night of like 60 something people watching me play Ben 10 for just no reason. Should go back to Enter the Gungeon, Thynan 2. Oh, is that you, Thynan? Is that your new profile? Hendrik Vanderlaan? It is? Oh, okay. You should go back to Enter the Gungeon. I don't own the game though. But I might someday. Because there is still more stuff I could do in it. Still got your own. Why'd you make a new one?
Problem. I have no issue with that. Thanks for
Sorry,
letting me
Mr.
know.
Nigel.
Are you
Of course, be
RPing?
safe.
You too.
Oh, to
Sam.
troll. So you are basically
They just
RPing.
Invented stories. Stories about me.
Oh,
Sniffing
shit.
At, what the hell is my horse doing? Sniffing at women.
Oh, his horse just fucking teleported to the Shadow Realm.
They killed my horse.
Wait, how do they
Well,
magically
something
kill
had
your
happened
horse?
to it over by the stables. I didn't get a clear picture of what exactly happened. Well, I'm keeping a close eye on that group. Like I said, I don't
She's
want
good at
things
this.
to
I like
escalate,
her.
so use that horse survivor so that you don't have to go to the stables.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you helping me.
Of course, sir.
They murdered my horse. And lied about me sniffing women and staring at people's feet. I came over and said howdy. Just straight up lying. Better
I
skip
mean,
town.
he is low-key trolling. Like, he isn't entirely not to blame for people, like, trolling him back.
Is there something you need, fella?
No, I'm all good.
How do you sniff women in the game?
There's nothing we can help
You don't.
or-
It's just all
no, I'm all
RP.
set.
They're just saying it. Asking for a emote. Maybe there's an emote. There might be an emote.
How many times you gonna blow
Me
kisses?
as well, if you can.
Sorry?
Oh, they're all
many
sheriffs.
times
What?
you
How many
do that?
sheriffs are in this
I
town?
just
Holy
think you're a
shit.
very nice guy.
That's 4 sheriffs.
I appreciate it, but I'm a married man.
Or
is there anything
one
you
sheriff
can
and 3 deputies?
help you with, sir?
I'm all good.
Okay.
There's Sergeant wincing slightly.
I don't appreciate the repeated kisses blown towards me.
That's okay.
This is confusing for an
I'm
RP
gonna
server,
need you
though.
to leave my deputies alone, please.
Oh, there are deputies. She's the sheriff. These 3 guys are deputies. That's pretty cool, man.
Do not make me repeat myself. I'm going to need you
A
to
cute
leave my
lady
deputies
sheriff with a
alone.
bunch of hulking boy deputies.
I'm needing you to leave my deputies alone.
That's
Am I breaking
that's a
law?
saucy
Sorry.
setup.
You're creeping
You're
on my
working on
deputies.
harassment.
You're harassing
Loitering is kind of a
and harassment.
law.
I'm not
He's asked
harassing
you to stop
anyone.
several times.
I mean, you kind of are because I've asked you to stop.
Duncan, is this man harassing you?
Okay, there's no
I
need to
feel
be
very
jealous.
harassed.
Just blast his
Very
ass.
harassed right now.
It's the Wild West. Nobody gives a
yeah,
shit.
Actually,
Either we press charges or you leave. Which one you want?
Oh my god.
If you continue, I will remove you from town. And you will be banned for 3 days. You are harassing my deputy. He's asked you to stop several times, and you refuse.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not doing anything.
all right. Well,
God damn
you're
it.
about to be cuffed and put in a cell.
No one knows there's a horse in the background. They're
Sorry?
trying to ignore the glitches so it doesn't ruin the
You
RP, I
heard
guess.
me. You heard exactly
Howdy.
what I said. I did not stutter.
Pardon?
Alright.
They're giving him a lot of chances. I don't really know why. If I was the sheriff of an RP server, I'd have this place on lockdown.
And 3 nights. You come back, you will be arrested for disobeying a lawful order.
Was it something I said or?
It's something you did. My deputy asked you several times to stop. 'Cause
You so
he
much
was
as
being
sneeze
creeped
wrong
out
in my
and you
town.
refused.
Tell you what.
After I
I'll tell
told
you what.
to cut it out, you also refused.
Anyone
so
got turned
now
on
you're
by that?
being
A little
removed.
bit.
You can come
You can't
back
see the lower
in
half of
3
my
suns
camera.
Up, 3 suns down.
3 minutes.
3 suns up, 3 suns down.
I'm looking forward to coming back in 3
I guess the
minutes.
only thing that, like,
Hey,
she's
can I have
good
a ride back into
at
Valentine
RPing
after
this, but the only downside is I think
If he gets on my horse,
her
I'll throw him
voice
off.
is not very
Cheers.
Wild
I
Westy.
appreciate the ride back into town.
It's very delicate. Like just sort of a quiet
I just gotta
spoken
go to Valentine.
modern chick. Oh my god.
Whoa.
What even happened there?
You gotta be a bit more careful, man. Howdy, folks. I'm new in town.
Oh my god.
I heard my twin brother was kicked out.
He put the
So
hat
do you
on.
want to be honest, or do you want to continue fighting?
Why are they giving him so many chances?
Yeah, there's the same action that first guy was doing.
Yeah.
The girl with a nice voice. I think that's the problem. It's a bit too nice for the setting.
Yeah, we do this hard way.
Like she should try to do like she should try to do some like a bit more voice
I
acting.
wouldn't lie to you.
Do we really need to have the same conversation we had 5 seconds ago?
Sorry, I haven't met you before.
So let me ask you this: if you take off that hat, are you gonna be bald like your supposed twin brother?
Well, we're identical twins.
Reminds you of your ex?
So you figure.
Identical doesn't.
Did
mean
your
anything
ex
to him.
also
You could have
get mad and tie you up with a lasso every
longer
time you
toe
acted up?
than he does, you know.
Thanks for the
You're like
lesson,
TMI.
mate.
I suggest you go find your twin outside of town.
Okay, let me just.
That guy's
blow a
voice is
kiss
cool.
goodbye and I
That guy
shall
sounded
leave.
like he belonged in the
See you
West.
later. Another one for the road.
You continue doing this, and you're going to be charged with harassment.
Just fucking plug
Wanted
him.
to help you grow. There
You
you go.
stupid is your brother too?
Sorry. why am
God,
I
she's
being arrested?
forceful with that
Harassment.
hog tie though. She takes you down quick.
Me?
Grown man's felt harassed by some air kisses.
Well, I mean, we were told to stop.
Face the wall.
Oh.
Face the wall.
Sorry, I'm just recuperating myself.
Alright, let's see what you got in your pockets.
Hang on, if I harassed you, why are you still?
You're allowed to
hanging
check
around
other people's
here?
pockets. That's
This
cool.
is my job.
Do you want to?
I've never
get an ID,
played
or do
Red
you
Dead
want
RP,
to
so I don't know what
failure
like
to
the
ID and get more
limitations
charges?
are.
Do you want to go get an ID,
It's in my
or
pocket.
do you want? You don't have an ID in your pocket.
Did you check every pocket?
I can see what's in your pockets. You don't have
well,
an ID.
I didn't see you check my back pocket.
Oh my god. It kind of gave me the shits a little bit.
Harassment times 2.
Harassment times 2. What?
I can't help but see this from their point of view.
You don't have an ID.
And I'm getting like a little
Do you want
pissed.
to get an ID?
Did you check in my boot?
I'm not gonna check your boots.
Well, that's where the ID might be.
Makes you want to try it again.
Okay.
Oh, you have done it.
Just process him. I want him out.
Check my
Alright.
boots.
Well,
That's cool.
I feel it in my
can you
boots.
get?
I like the idea of it. I've just never tried it myself.
Really quick.
Yeah,
Yep.
he will be
Okay.
doing some penal.
So what do her deputies do all
well,
day?
I suggest you
I
go
couldn't help
back
but notice
and
that
start
her and her
sweeping
deputies kind of
porches.
just all stand in front of the sheriff's office.
Yeah,
And there's like
that's not
5 of
looking
them.
for, bro.
I'm looking for the bro.
Shouldn't they be like out on the town, you know, patrolling, doing
Just
something?
leave him, untie him, and leave him here, because he has to continue working. And it just so, let's go this way. Hope you know this is just adding to your time. You're just making yourself worse. You leave the porch, you get more time, so by all means, do whatever you want.
Thank you. Well, I'm off to go hit big on the roulette wheel. I'll see you guys later.
Z. We're supposed to be
I was harassing you. Why are you
Assistants,
following me?
let him be. He'll only up his time. He cannot leave. The local guard will keep
I'm
him.
just
What's
gonna
with
do
the
some
possums
gambling,
on that
boys.
poker table?
Just call us if he decides.
How does this
to,
work? I have no idea.
Become too much of a nuisance, and we'll put him back.
There's definitely more controls and
Nice.
detail to
This is
the
supposed to be
how the
punishment.
mechanics
This is
work
fun.
in RP.
This is the best jail time I've ever
Like the
had.
sheriffs
And I
obviously
get
have
to
like
gamble.
You
more
almost
mechanics
won
and
there.
features
I
and
know.
things they can do than normal
Well,
players.
I might come back later.
Like looking into your
Send it to
inventory and
swoop
stuff and
porches.
controlling
These guys do this
whether you're in prison or
voluntarily. They
not.
just stand here.
We can go just outside town
I
if it's.
got an individual down here who's being charged with 2 counts of disorderly conduct and failure to ID.
Who's she talking to?
Unfortunately, his time is so low that we cannot send him to
I
system.
guess I gotta leave.
Bad part
I don't know,
is
man.
we
Door's
have him doing
locked. I'll
jail
leave
work,
now.
and he is choosing to
I'm sorry to break it
harass
to you.
my department. Is there any way that I can bypass the jail work and just send him to Siska even though his time is too low? His time is,
So,
I believe,
I would
we
pull
have
my
it set
snotty
for...
nose
Is she trying to negotiate sending him to like
Shut up.
He has not started. He has been sitting
like a
outside our
penitentiary
front door.
outside of town?
And I've been gambling. Don't forget to tell him that. So I'm free to do whatever I want, but when I do whatever I want, you need to go and dub on me, or how'd your little dub session go? Did that work out well for you?
Oh, it worked out great. You want to come inside? Come on, let's chat.
I'm good.
Let's chat.
I
Hog
think I'm gonna
time.
go hit the roulette again.
Oh, what's wrong? She
Fella, you
won't
got the
bite.
complexion of an ashtray.
I'm gonna
You better
go.
put my cig out
And I
your
need to
face.
have a.
I think he just wants to be hogtied as much as possible by this
I'm
woman.
good.
God
What's
damn.
going on here?
Jesus Christ, he's getting the shit
Can I
kicked out
help
of him. Police brutality.
I was just gonna go put it all on black. Is there an issue?
I love how her voice never betrays any extra emotion or stress.
A nice place that has your
It's
name
always
on
just completely chill.
it, and it's just for you.
Even if she's carrying an entire grown adult man on her shoulder.
You're gonna have so much.
Not even a single bit of strain.
So many people to keep you company. Matthias, lock that middle cell.
Yeah, Matthias, do your fucking job.
Thank you.
Can I go back to the roulette wheel?
Deputy wannabe.
Nope.
How do you become a deputy? Do you have to earn it?
Could you please stop?
Is he
You're
pissing?
being released,
Wait, you can
I hate
piss?
For you to spend any more time.
I'm being released?
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I didn't know you had to piss.
Oh.
Is that actually a mechanic in
No, there's a
Red Dead Online?
green piss mist.
No, there ain't.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not.
Oh, there's not? Well, am I sweeping the porch like this then?
Because
There
you want to.
go. See, look.
So, see what I mean? The sheriff and all her deputies just kind of like chill on the porch.
I'm going to give you one chance to back away from my face.
Do you want a little smooch? Mwah. It's a crime of passion, I say.
Just keep him in the cells. I have a memory that
I'm shocked at how long it's taken them to just delete him from the server.
Nah, sir, you did nothing but kind so far.
You did not just do that.
Sorry, I just stood up. Is that a issue?
Does anyone else recognize his voice?
You guys can't seem to keep me contained.
Alright, I'm gonna go
Yeah, they all sound the same.
edit these memories.
That's the power of love. It's jail.
She's gonna what? Edit this? I don't know what she just said.
And everything. Oh, you missed me.
Good shot.
Gotta do a bit better than that.
You have to think about slash horse.
You nearly got me.
They really don't want to use their
Oh,
guns,
you
do
missed me
they?
again. Hang on, I'll
I guess they're trying to
stand
be
still
more realistic with the Law and Order
that
thing.
didn't
Like, you
seem to
can't
work
just
either.
shoot someone without real
Oh,
probable
it's,
cause.
You seem to be having
And I guess being an
eyesight
annoying little
issues.
prick
Yeah, it's a
doesn't
little
count
embarrassing. I'm getting secondhand
as
embarrassment.
executable.
Are you just gonna walk off and pretend you didn't just try to lasso me 6 times and fail? Yeah, go stand up next to that pole again. Go on, try and do it again. Go on.
Try it.
Yeah.
Try it.
Oh, he's taking a swing now. Oh, he's giving me a little
What do
kick.
your sounds like?
Yeah, go inside, mate. Go recuperate.
Maybe use the rifle. At this point, I'd be
I won't
using the
have to
rifle.
unlock it. See you later.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
Get back over there.
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
See, if you're now physically assaulting a sheriff, I'm pretty sure the other sheriffs at this point
Oh,
can,
you
like,
missed again, man.
plug
This is
you.
not your day.
I think you just tried.
Can you please let me go, mister? I apologize.
There you go. Look, I don't miss. Seems like I don't miss. Oh, he doesn't look like he's getting back up.
Is that guy
Don't
dead?
lasso me, mate. You want to tumble? You want to get rough and tumble?
Now it's actually finally popped
You like
off.
these combinations?
They're still not being as... Oh, there you go. Plugged. Oh god, it's escalating again.
Ma'am,
Doing
I just
nothing?
want to say, even though you arrested me multiple times, there's no hard feelings.
Alright.
Oh fuck.
They're shooting
Why did
each
that
other
actually
now.
genuinely
The
shock
whole
me?
town is just going haywire.
I'm not even playing
Can we
RP, but
go
like,
back to
I
Blackwater
reacted
now?
with the appropriate level of
Ah,
RP
look
shock.
Who it is.
You've never played Red Dead?
Oh, yeah, look who it is.
Seem familiar?
It's...
Yeah, do I?
well,
Yeah.
it's not Red Dead in terms of like the normal single player game. Like, this is Red Dead Online, but being played as a role-playing server, where everyone's playing it like they're the actual Wild West characters, like living their lives and doing their jobs and shit like that. And this guy's just trying to be a troll and fuck up people's fun. Which I'm not a big fan of. Like,
Oh.
I kind of respect the idea of role-playing servers. I think it's fun. It's a cool idea. I would feel really bad to mess with that. I want to take part. I want to, you know, do the role play as well. I would be that person. No, I can't. It's too mean. Like, I think it's such a cool, fun thing. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. It's like getting together with your friends around a table and role-playing Dungeons and Dragons characters. Like, I wouldn't want to be the guy that comes in and flips the table and ruins everyone's night. You know what I mean? Like, When I see people role playing well and actually playing their parts, like that lady sheriff, it's like, it's like applause. Like, good job. You're doing a good job. I appreciate your role playing. I would like to come role play in your town. I want to be the Riley prospector that comes in selling snake oil juice. It's gonna fix you right quick. Grow your hair back. Maybe wind the clock back a little bit. The potion of youth. You want some of that? Only 5 pence. There's not snake oil. It's called snake oil on the sign, but it's not actual snake oil. It's actually the real deal. I ain't grifting nobody. This ain't no scam. Don't you even think about it. Don't you call Dr. Jimbo. He's gonna say it's a scam, but he's a piece of shit. That's me. I'm gonna be the snake oil salesman. The guy that drives the cart around selling little tonics to people, and I'm completely full of shit and trying to rip people off. I wonder if you can get like one of those little tonic carts. Those little Wild West tonic carts, fill it with product. Maybe the tonics actually do stuff for real. Maybe you're not a grifter. Maybe it's legit. Maybe it's actual like voodoo shit. They actually do make your hair grow back on your character model. That would be neat. What if you can do that as a mod? Make that a real thing. Oh, someone said hydrate. That was fake thinin. Okay, fine. I gotta name that character. What was the character I said I was gonna be? Oh fuck, Sham would know, but I think he's fallen asleep. There's a character I wanted to make in Cyberpunk. Was it Plebis? Plebis? I think it was Plebis. I'm gonna make Plebis. I'm gonna make Plebis in Cyberpunk. I'm gonna be in a band. Everyone's gonna think I'm real cool. You know, get cybernetic implants to make me play the banjo better. And that's it. No combat abilities whatsoever. It's my Cyberpunk 2077 character. Haha. Can't wait. God, I gotta play that someday. Really dragging my feet on that one. But then again, it does still cost money. And who's got fucking money? Who? What is Night of the Zoopocalypse? What is... Hang on. I don't even know what this is. Is this a game or a movie? Welcome to the Zoopocalypse. A meteor crashes into a zoo, unleashes a virus that transforms the zoo animals into zombies. A quirky wolf teams up with a mountain lion, played by David Arbor, and they lead a team of survivors. So it's a zombie apocalypse movie, but with animals in a zoo. That's cool. I have not heard of this before. You got me. Where the trailer? There it is.
You just don't get it, do you, Gracie? Sooner or later, something bad, or worse, is gonna happen.
Grandma, we live in a zoo!
The animals are kind of weird looking.
Nothing interesting.
It's one of those super stylized art styles. I was kind of hoping it would be more realistic CG, but whatever. Oh my god, it's gonna be zombie rabbits. Start with the most adorable creature.
You hear that? I think something's not right.
I don't know what it looks like. Oh, it hatches from an egg. Holy shit. The color scheme is cool. From the mind of Clive Barker. Wait a minute. Wait. Did that say Clive Barker legit? Or did I read that wrong? From the mind of Clive Barker. Really? Whoa, that's tripping me out a little bit. Is this a kids movie? I mean, yeah, but that's why I'm surprised by Clive Barker's name being attached. I mean, Clive Barker is a pretty intense R-rated horror writer. Like Stephen King if he was more schlocky and shallow. Like, Clive Barker's movies are mostly body horror and monsters doing crazy shit. I think Hellraiser is his, right? I think Hellraiser is like one of his most famous properties. Everything else is just like Midnight Meat Train. Midnight Meat Train is gross.
Has become some kind of gummy zombie.
I'm a little shocked that he decided to randomly make a CG animated animal movie about alien zombies.
Something worse. We have to get out of here.
Maybe he's got kids now and you want to make a kids film.
Did you just punch my grandma in the face?
Sorry, kid, but your grandma's a monster.
Ah, I like the color scheme. Everything else I'm like, I don't know, man. This is a little random.
All right, we gotta get out of here.
But they got David Arbor. So he must have seen something in the project.
I'm a pygmy hippo. Or am I?
I mean, what he saw in the project might have just been a fat bag of money. And nothing else. So that's probably nothing to go on. Damn. I mean, that was interesting, I guess. Man, the Clive Barker thing really threw me. I've never seen his name attached to anything that wasn't, like, just intense, violent, gory horror. All of a sudden, zoo animal kids film. What the hell? Alright. I'm going to assume he's got kids now and just wanted to make something that if the kids go, Dad, can we watch one of your movies? He's actually got something you can show them. And not makes them watch Hellraiser 4 or some nonsense that traumatizes them for the rest of their lives. Does anyone know what swap meet is? The very top thumbnail after that trailer we just watched says Swap Meet exclusive gameplay trailer. I don't know what Swap Meet is. Okay, let's find out. What the fuck? Oh my god, what am I looking at? So you gorily eviscerate enemies and steal their meaty body parts and replace them with your own to take their abilities? I guess?
Ooh, welcome, Rangus employee. Happy birthday, little buddy. Now,
Oh,
Rangus
everyone
means
runs
we
with a
don't just
juicy,
harvest
squelchy,
meat,
meaty
we
noise.
harvest heroes, and that's you.
Like there's just mincemeat inside that suit.
Body bits flopping around. Why'd you pick them up? You gotta stay alive.
It seems like the... No, wait, okay.
Violence is the last
It seems like the
resort
head, the
here,
torso, and the lower body, the legs.
company time. Ooh, it's a big no-no.
It's 3 separate parts you can swap out.
Here at Rangus, that's okay. We got smart meat. Luckily, with the miracle
You've
of
seen a
meat
phone
science,
game with the same
you
concept?
recycle
It might be
leftovers
this
and your
game.
fallen enemies
For all we know,
fly
this is a
back
phone
to
game. The graphics aren't like that
Now, just 'cause
fancy.
you got smart meat
This could run on a
doesn't mean
phone
you got
for sure.
smart brain. You gotta do exploitations, nudge the system, and kick the tires.
That gun is gross looking.
Sauced up, the barrel might start to leak a little bit, but that's okay. Remember, exploitation
What the
is a
fuck?
strategy.
That was like an egg sack.
We harvest the meat and we optimize employee performance in the field. There you go, buddy. Look at
Is this
you.
a roguelike?
Now you're thinking like management. Now, you could do it solo, but you might as well.
Hey, it's got
round up
co-op,
with a
that's
crew.
cool.
Yeah,
4-player?
we have discontinued hazard pay, so watch your back, stay sharp. You're gonna
4-player is
run
always
into some
better.
Real nasty business out there. But you are one tough son of a gun.
It seems like one of those games that you really can't tell if it's a good game or not from the trailer. It's interesting. It's gross. Everything's a bit too meaty and squelchy. And splattery. One more game. What's happening? Oh, it's a meat monster. There's too much meat in this game. It's turning me vegan. Ick. Alright. Cool, man. Whatever, that was random. That came out of nowhere. That's what happens when I just click on random thumbnails. Shit like that happens. What else looks neat? I'm getting a lot of relateds now of animated films because I watched Zootopia. Like there's a full trailer out for Bad Guys 2. Anyone ever see Bad Guys? Bad Guys was that that CGI animated movie with the crew of criminal animals that go on heists. And the leader was like a wolf in a white suit. And he was voiced by Patrick Bateman, I think. Not... Wait. Did I get the right Bateman? I might have said the one from American Psycho. This. It has a sequel now. Is that a cool animation style? It was CG, but they moved a bit like 2D animation. They were very quick and bendy.
We were pretty good. Who am I kidding? We were the best.
Showtime.
Slick.
Oh, baby.
I can't remember that much about the original except for how cool the animation was.
Watch this.
Yes. Burnout?
I am never driving another car ever again.
That's definitely not Bateman like I thought it was.
Things sure have changed. Not everyone believes it, but the bad guys went good.
I'm keeping my eye on you guys.
That voice sounds familiar. I don't know who they've changed him to.
It hasn't been easy with a reputation like ours.
Now who is that?
Work at a bank. Why not? Some of my best memories are at banks.
You robbed us 3 times.
That was this bank?
The name's Katie. We're students of your work.
Big crime nerds.
So you're like the bad girls.
And you're like a mango with teeth.
What? Is that what I look like? Oh, she is spicy.
Is he a fish? Oh, he's a piranha.
You need a job, and I need some extra hands. Professionals.
Maybe you don't keep up with the news.
It's Matthew McConaughey.
We're good now.
I'm not exactly asking.
Wait. Let me hear it again.
So, are we bad again?
Bateman was a fox.
We just got
He was? Oh, okay.
Last job. All right, Mr. Master of Disguise, do your thing. I promise to play you.
I can kind of hear it.
Where's my flowers? Prego, cappuccino.
I guess it wasn't exaggerated Matthew McConaughey enough for make me think him immediately.
You're a grumpy little snake.
They had to use the Billie Eilish song. They just had to.
She's my girlfriend.
Is this the Zootopia world? No, this is totally different. This is its own thing. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Are the names down here? Based on the New York Times best-selling book series. I had no idea it was based on a book series. Oh, wait, no, it's Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell is the wolf, not McConaughey. Craig Robertson, I recognize his voice. That's easy. Everyone else, I couldn't recognize. Aquafina was Miss Tarantula. Cool. Natasha Lyonne's in it too. And Maria Bakalova from that Borat sequel. Not bad. That's weird. Like, I can tell it's Sam Rockwell now that I know, but at the same time, like, when you said Matthew McConaughey, I felt like I could hear it. I didn't realize their voices had similar affectations enough to actually mistake them. Aquafina needs to disappear. She has been showing up a lot and stuff, both live action and animated. She must have a good agent. The same character and everything. A little bit. I liked her in Shang-Chi because she had a cool like friends only relationship with Shang-Chi. Like, it wasn't the obvious like his childhood female friend is going to turn out to be his love interest if only they would just like realize it kind of thing. Like, they didn't go down the cliched obvious route with that. Like, she is just his like platonic female childhood friend and they just stay that way. I thought that was really good. It went against the grain on that one. She was good in Crazy Rich Asians. Oh yeah, she was good in that too. Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff. I wonder how rich she is now. She's probably getting that bag. Let's see. Oh, I'll do one more. It keeps on popping up thumbnails with animated films. I do remember this one. I'm curious about this. It's a Disney Pixar movie. I remember seeing the teaser for this. Well, a teaser for this a while ago. This is a newer one. It just says teaser though, so I don't know what the difference is. Maybe they re-teased it because they changed it heaps. I don't know. I think this movie was about like some kid that gets kidnapped by aliens, and then convinces the aliens that he's the leader of Earth, and then he becomes like an ambassador by accident or something. High stakes shit. Sounds like a disaster.
You need to meet people, make friends. Your life isn't up there.
Or get kidnapped like Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Down here.
You okay?
I'm trying to get abducted. By aliens. There's a sign I'm supposed to be
Okay. Okay, that was funny. That was actually kind of a fucked up joke to come from a kid. I'm trying to be abducted. I mean, by aliens. Let's get this clear. No weird pedo in a white van. Aliens only, please.
there. This mole is the exact shape of the Orion Nebula.
I think you should have that looked at.
His art style reminds me of Turning Red. The way they like draw the face and the way they animate the kids. It's very much like Turning Red, except boys instead of girls.
I'm Questa, leader of GOM.
Helix, leader of Aluminum.
And you're the leader of?
Earth.
Earth?
Hear that, everyone? It's the leader of Earth.
Uh-oh. This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
It's a pretty awesome bathroom. Looks very similar to mine. There's something about it that feels like, without any more info, it feels like it could be one of those straight to DVD 3D animated films that's nothing special. But the fact that it's by Pixar, like, makes me think that there's more to it than that. I don't know why the trailer isn't blowing it up. Like, sometimes you watch a Pixar trailer and you just know it's Pixar. It's like, it's going to be huge. I don't get that from this one, but it's still Pixar and they always know what they're doing, so I guess you just have to trust them at this point. Like, they know what they're doing. They always do. No, they don't. Wait, The Good Dinosaur was kind of eh. It wasn't bad, just was mid. It was just mid for Pixar. They dropped the ball with their last few releases. I don't recall. Elemental was huge. It was a not their best movie, but it was a good movie, and it did big money over time. The opening weekend was scary. It wasn't too great, but then over time, like it was like the best-selling movie that year, and that they've ever had in ages. People like Inside Out 2, even though they generally say that the first one's better, but it still was good. The Good Dinosaur and Cars 2 was when I remember Pixar faltering a little bit. But they still weren't bad movies. They were just like not great movies like Pixar normally is. That's the thing with Pixar. They're operating on such a high level that when they make something it's just okay, it feels like it's bad. But it's not actually bad, it's just okay on the Pixar scale. And okay for Pixar is just usually not good enough. Only after the second release. Talking about Elemental. I mean, in most countries, it just stayed in print in cinemas for like a couple of months straight. It was like a bit of an ongoing moneymaker. Families kept going back to see it. So eventually, the money ticked over to being like their highest grossing cinematic run, I think, for like any movie up to that point. I don't know how Inside Out 2 did. Still got good reviews, though. That's often the worst that Pixar gets, though, is like decent movie, but not as good as the first one. Like, that's usually the worst we have to deal with, thankfully. But I generally haven't seen a Pixar movie that I would call shit. I don't think they've ever made bad. It's just that okay seems bad when you're dealing with mostly great all the time. Do you want to see what a movie called Death of a Unicorn is? I'm looking down my YouTube related list, and there is a movie called Death of Unicorn, and I'm curious if that's one of those movies with a metaphoric title, or if this is actually going to have a unicorn in it. Not animated. Stars Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, and Will Poulter. And Tia Leone. Damn, that's a good cast. Holy shit. What am I looking at here? Oh, it's A24. Fuck. Alright, wait. It might be a metaphor name. A24 do really awesome arty indie dramas. I doubt it's going to have a fantasy unicorn in it. But the cast is still awesome.
Are you okay?
It kind of felt like it was showing me something.
Jenna Ortega with a
I get
nose
this feeling
ring?
I don't think we're supposed to be here.
Was that legit a unicorn?
The Leopolds donated this entire nature preserve. And they care about a lot of things, not just pharmaceuticals.
Wait, Paul Rudd is Jenna Ortega's dad. Alright. Sure.
Sorry, we're late.
What happened? You walked from the airport or what?
It's perfect timing.
I need you to act like everything is fine.
Is that the unicorn?
Is there something in your car?
It's a dead unicorn.
A lot of species in this area are rare. What exactly are we saying this is, though?
I think we know exactly what it is.
A horse-like mammalia.
With some sort of protrusion or a
It's a unicorn.
It's a fucking unicorn.
Sorry, it's a fucking unicorn. Thanks,
I
Jenna.
don't think I should be in swim shorts for this moment.
I don't think that we're supposed to have this.
Wait, whoa. Whoa.
Swim shorts for this moment.
Oh, it's from the studio that brought you Everything Everywhere All at Once. Damn it, that's A24. I thought this was from the directors, the writer-directors of Everything Everywhere All at Once. That almost got me hype. If it was actually them making this, that would be different.
I don't think that we're supposed to have this.
Paul Rudd's looking old for once. Well, they are playing him as old. They actually want him to look like Jenna's dad. And Jenna's in her 20s, so she's not exactly the teenager that they're making her out to be here.
We need to study it.
Whatever it is, it seems to be the cure for cancer.
Cancer? That's the biggest one.
An opportunity for greatness, for immortality.
I've never been so alive.
Dad, please just listen to me. We need to give the little one back. Okay, bad things will happen.
Wait, the unicorn's evil? Holy shit. The unicorn's evil. They fly now. Oh my god.
I'll do whatever I have to take care of you.
Paul Rudd's not gonna die to a unicorn. Paul Rudd's too likable.
Horn was rather girthsome.
Okay, gross. Now we know why there's such a big cast. They need people to die to the unicorn. The unicorn is not as cute as I looked at the start of the trailer.
On the way home, huh?
I could have sworn it was like a medium-sized white dog. And now, at the end of the movie, it seems to be like a big black hulking behemoth. Maybe when unicorns die, they like metamorphoses into some kind of evil variant. Like a shadow unicorn. Shadowcorn. Shacorn. Shadorn? Sean. Oh fuck, it's me. Paul Rudd is in his 50s? Yeah, they're trying to make him look like he's at least in his 60s. Why does the alarm sound like on the Death Star? Maybe that's the joke. They're trying to be cute with it. Didn't they say it was the little one? Oh, do you think it's because they killed the baby one and it's still dead in the car? And that's like the big mama one that's coming to get it? And kill them all? That does make more sense. I thought they were going to introduce some kind of lore thing where if a unicorn dies at like a tragic, painful death, almost like how humans come back as angry poltergeists, unicorns resurrect as like a darker creature, hell-bent on vengeance. I mean, unicorn lore is kind of vague in general. You could come up with anything for unicorns and like, who's going to argue with you? It's a fucking unicorn. You can make up whatever you want. What a crazy idea for a movie. This is exactly me, the first comment. Gotta say, I was not expecting the title of this thing to be literal. When I saw A24, I definitely thought it was going to be a indie drama and the title was going to be a metaphor. It was not. Vape 24. Paul Rudd drunk on unicorn blood. Bloke is ageless. People still think he looks pretty young, even when they're trying to play old. Jenna Ortega's gonna play an angsty teen until she turns 90. Yeah, there's something about Jenna that always looks young. Like, she's always just kind of tiny. That's gonna serve her well as an actress, though. Give her more range. Like, you know, good for her, I guess, on that one. Ooh, hang on. There's a Jackie Chan movie that I don't recognize. I've never heard of this. Wait. It's called Panda Plan. I don't think this is going to be one of the cool fighting Jackie Chan movies. I think this will be one of the slapstick family Jackie Chan movies. Soon after, legendary kung fu star Jackie Chan is invited to adopt a beloved zoo panda named Hoo Hoo. An international syndicate sets its sights on the bear and offers a massive bounty for his capture. Faced with sudden crisis, Jackie enlists the help of his agent and Hoo Hoo's fiercely dedicated caretaker, leading the trio on an outrageous and unforgettable adventure to save Hoo Hoo. Is this movie been AI generated? Cast Jackie Chan. Is that it? Just him? It sounds like there's going to be some action. I mean, there's international syndicates of criminals stealing panda bears. So Jackie's going to have to fight somebody. Panda Plan. Alright, let's watch it. I don't think he can really do that much anymore. He is like 90 or some shit. Probably not 90, but still. No more backflips from Jackie Chan. Only CG motorcycles. And guns for some reason. Jackie Chan is not known for guns. It's weird to see him with a gun.
Be careful, guys. Okay.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Jackie for adopting our very special little celebrity panda.
I can't tell what language the subtitles are in. They keep coming up.
Can this movie star really fight? His kung fu is incredible.
That's South African?
We'll see about that.
Oh my god. He actually is doing stunts? And fighting? Jackie. Your doctor doesn't want this. Please stop. Looks like Arabic. Interesting. It might be like an Arabic production, despite the fact that it's got like a... It's a Jackie Chan movie and has an Asian cast. Yeah, it's got straight up just Jackie Chan environmental creativity fight scenes.
I'm just a friend maker. I'm just a friend, okay? Let it go.
Oh, that was weird. There's something about this that feels wrong. Like, it doesn't feel real. It actually feels like an AI-generated movie that's trying to copy the style of old Jackie Chan movies, but it's lost the soul. There's something soulless about it. That's the word. Maybe it's the fact that, like, new Jackie Chan movies are generally more family-friendly, more kids-filmy, because he's older now and, like, he's just chilling a little bit. CGI panda feels wrong. Yeah, that was a lot felt wrong. Yeah, there's the CGI panda.
Kung fu is incredible. We'll see about that.
Where is he? There he is. He's a cootie patootie.
We're adopting our very special...
Nah, I don't know. I'm sus about this whole one. I'm really kind of sus about this. I don't know how to feel about it. I wanna cheer on Jackie Chan though. I don't want anything bad for Jackie Chan. I can't believe there's a fucking thumbnail on my screen right now from some YouTuber named Chrissy Mayer with a thumbnail but is it woke about the new Superman movie? Really? Really? We're gonna have this conversation about every fucking thing? Is this the clickbait? Is this the grift? Every fucking movie. Nosferatu. Is it woke? He bites women and drinks their blood but doesn't kill them. That's not equality. Go woke, go broke, Nosferatu. Blah, 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 blah. Tired. I just want to watch fucking movies, man. I don't want to argue with nerds about whether something is sexist or not. Or whatever. Fucking Jesus. Got so distracted from Jackie Chan then. You know what does look good? Short Round. What's the name of the actor that was in Everything Ever All at Once? The guy that's made the comeback after being Short Round in the Indiana Jones movies. Something Kwan? Let me look him up real quick. Hang on. He's got a movie coming up soon that looks interesting. Kehu Kwan. Yes, he was in Loki and Everything Ever All at Once recently. He's made a massive comeback. He's got a... We might have watched a trailer for it on the stream. I can't remember. But he has a trailer coming out where it's one of those things where, like, he used to be some kind of badass, almost like a John Wick kind of thing. And then he gets pulled back into some shit and then has to be a badass again. I know that's a cliche, but it's Ke Kwan, and I want all the things for him. I want him to get his bag. And this actually seemed like a good one. Here's a trailer. Hopefully, if I have watched it on stream before, hopefully it was like the teaser or something, because I don't remember watching the trailer.
Hello! Morning, Marvin. Every day is an opportunity to change your life.
He plays a good everyman, even though he's a badass in real life at martial arts.
You won the Regional Realtor of the Year award. Congratulations. No, I had to work for it and stop becoming who I wanted to be. Aww. Hiding a living. Not feeling great.
I think it's something to do with his evil brother.
We've been looking for you. Marvin Gable.
See, he's the real replacement for Jackie Chan. He's our modern Jackie Chan now.
Who are you?
We work with your brother.
His action choreography is fun.
He brought us in to find you.
And clever.
After you let Rose go.
That's the combo, fun and clever.
Where's the money?
That's that Jackie Chan shit.
Brother to back off.
Damn right. Ke Kwan kicking ass.
Nothing ass spider monkey ninja got hopped.
I almost thought he was gonna. He almost thought he called him the N-word there for a second.
Hey, Marv.
When you stole from my brother, I got you out. Why did you come back?
We're hiding, and hiding ain't living.
Wait, so
If we're gonna stop
that
your
chick is his
brother,
love interest? Holy
I'm
crap.
gonna need the old you, not the realtor.
I told myself that I would never hurt anyone again.
I recognize that dude. He was from the Luke Cage TV show on Netflix.
Are you all right?
I'm in the middle of a high-intensity yoga. Can you give me a minute?
He's about to John Wick somebody, for real, with a pencil.
My brother said he wanted out, but he double-crossed me.
Yeah, evil brother.
Now! Swiss cheese, they shit.
Don't worry, I've got guys who can patch all of this up like new.
Why are they fighting each other?
Finish this together.
The bad guys are fighting each other just there.
You got him.
It's about damn time.
Look at him go.
Sorry, brother.
Like a spider monkey.
Love hurts.
You know how hard it would be to punch through a baseball bat? That shit is firm. I'm pretty sure that it has to be a scored. There's no way you can punch through a real baseball bat. I'm sure of it. Not the way those are made. I don't think. You'd have to have like a custom-made one that breaks easily for the movie. Not that even if you could, you wouldn't make someone do it for a film anyway, just in case. You don't want to break someone's knuckles just on the off chance. You know, insurance. I think that looks much better than the Jackie Chan one with the panda. But I think Jackie Chan's had his day. What Jackie Chan should be doing now is like producing movies with people like Ke Kwan as his replacement. Work with the youth, the next generation. And more leading roles for Ke Huy Quan. I hope I'm saying his name right. Ke Hua? Hua? Ke Hua Quan? Does that have a pronunciation? Pronounce. Ke Hua Quan. Pronunciation. Here's how to say it. Oh, here's one. Here's him actually doing it.
All right, and just so I get this clear, because I've seen people pronounce your name differently on the internet. Is it Ki Hui? Hui. Hui. Yeah.
Hui.
Ki Hui. I've seen people say
Ki Hui.
Ki Hui, Ki.
Yeah, as long as they say my name, it's fine, you know.
Hui? Hui. Hui.
Hui.
Ki Hui. I've seen people
Ki
say
Hui.
Ki Hui.
Alright, I'm not gonna remember that. I'm not gonna remember that. God damn it. I'm gonna have to look that up again 2-3 times in the future as reminders. I don't like the idea of mispronouncing it. The guy's a legend. I gotta put more spec on his name. The Quan Man. The big Quanster. Let me see what catches my eye real quick. Thumbnails. I'm gonna look at only thumbnail pictures. I can see... Ooh. I can see Norman Osborn. I can see Willem Dafoe. And this is not Nosferatu related, because he was just in that recently. This is something else. The Legend of Ochi, starring Willem Dafoe and Finn Wolfhard. That's the kid from Stranger Things. In a remote northern village, a young girl, Yuri, is raised to never go outside after dark and to fear the reclusive forest creatures known as the Ochi. When a baby Ochi is left behind by its pack, she embarks on the adventure of a lifetime to reunite it with its family. So it's a fantasy medieval world with monsters called Ochi. And it seems to be about this girl named Yuri. So who the fuck does Willem Dafoe play? He was like first in the title.
On foot, boys.
Dad, are we going to see one?
Stay close by my side.
I think he dies. I think he dies in the first act and the kids are left by themselves.
People say it's a dangerous place.
They paid him just enough money for one day's filming.
And walls. And something else. Something people fear is much worse.
It's an Ochi. Oh, we're A24 still? Nice. Suddenly I have higher hopes for this.
Have offered you to this cause. They say here, make something of my boy. Protect us. Save us. We are cursed with a wickedness.
The Ochi.
The Ochi's adorable.
It's okay.
Well, I guess if it's tiny like that, of course it's adorable. Anything tiny is adorable. It's chibi. It's chibi Ochi.
You're not like they say.
That's so adorable. I think it's also real.
Yuri, what is this?
I'm taking him home.
Yeah, but if he grows up to be a monster that eats people, that is a problem though, right? You do kind of have to cull that. Cull that herd.
She's been kidnapped. Let's go.
I don't understand this. I don't understand this world at all. They got normal houses, they got malls, they got cars, monster trucks, and guns. But they also dress in like medieval armor and shit. Look at Willem Dafoe right now.
Stay close by my side.
It's like olden days, but also not.
I can talk to you! I'm not asking you to understand.
Yuri, we're your family!
Just trust me.
The practical Ochi is really cool. When they actually have an animatronic puppet. Really good quality. That's probably half the budget of that movie. No, 1/3 the budget was the Ochi puppet. The other third of the budget was Willem Dafoe's paycheck. And then the final third is the actual rest of the film plus cast and crew. All in that one piece. Ochi. Do you like Ochi? I like Ochi very much. Banjano. Bacha. Kill this. No more Ochi. No more Ochi. Too much CGI. We went from CGI Panda to practical Ochi. I'm glad. That's a step up. I'm getting... The recommendeds get really weird when you start to mix genres. Now that I've looked at animated films, A24 dramas, I'm now starting to get horror films as well in my thumbnails. Fuck your random YouTube. But if I don't know what it is and I haven't seen it, then I'm at least intrigued. Warfare. Wait, didn't someone in the credits mention Warfare earlier? Apparently, a week and a half ago, A24 released a trailer for something called Warfare. Maybe this is what they were... I think it was Phoenix. I think Phoenix mentioned Warfare. And I probably didn't realize what he was talking about at the time. Hang on a sec. I'm very curious what this is. This is what they were talking about. God, A24 is the shit.
How's it going? Going well.
Is that Will Poulter again? It is Will Poulter again. He's in like 3 or 4 A24 movies currently.
That's the 4th fucking time he's done that.
So peeking and probing.
Speaking with serious intent to probe.
Alpha 2, we might have guys starting to move on our position.
Copy, we're getting a buildup of activity here too.
Yeah, I definitely see weapons at this point.
Yeah, we have definite massing.
Also, Jesus Christ. Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. And the new Johnny Storm in the upcoming Fantastic Four.
Redman 08 is profane. We're seeing activity.
This is just a straight up war film.
This is Frogman 6 Romeo.
Oh, it's Alec Garland. What the fuck? Didn't he just do one of these?
Severely wounded. Who's severely wounded?
The one called Civil War?
Who is it? No, it's not. No, it's it.
Copy, 1, we're in contact 2.
You coming to you or you coming to us?
Stand by.
Jesus Christ.
We'll let you know when we're inbound.
Let's move!
Here's the plan.
EA 5 minutes, over.
The scouts are gonna lead us out, and I'm bringing up the rear. Pop smoke. Smoke out? We are all coming back.
I didn't quite catch the setup though, like
they are en route to you.
like what the actual concept is, like why they're here, what they're trying to do.
I'm fucked up.
2 minutes out! 2 minutes!
Where are you guys?
Look for the blood and the smoke.
Multiple bad guys trying to get to our position. Inbound! Inbound! Find cover!
Holy shit.
1 minute out!
That was a shot.
Enemy on our building and all surrounding buildings.
Roger that. Stand by. Going hot.
You gotta get ready, man. This is gonna hurt.
On my count. 1, 2, 3.
Is Joseph Quinn the one that got injured? They all seem very young, these dudes. I'm guessing whatever's going on here, they weren't the ones that were meant to be in the middle of the shit. And then stuff goes tits up, maybe. That was a very vague trailer in terms of, like, what's going on in the politics of the film, though. Written and directed by Iraq War veteran Ray Mendoza and Civil War's Alex... Yeah, Alex Garland's loving this shit right now. It doesn't really have a synopsis. At all. It's weird that Alex Garland just goes from the movies he made before to the movies he's making now, just out of nowhere. Warfare film. Warfare film. Navy SEAL Overwatch the movement of US forces through insurgent territory in Iraq 2006. Oh, this might be a true story, just about a group of dudes and what they went through getting out of there. Fucking Alex Garland. Look at this knob. He went and made a bunch of sci-fi like Men, Annihilation, and Ex Machina. And 28 Days Later. And then he just suddenly flips to straight up modern war films like Civil War and then this. What a weird career. Sunshine, The Beach. Wait, he didn't direct all of these. Oh, he was a writer on some of them, not the director. I was about to say, he's not the director of, he's definitely not the director of, are we the right guy? Alex Garland, yeah. Ex Machina, Annihilation, Men, Civil War. So he was a writer on like over 17 films before this, including Devil May Cry. The DMC remake Devil May Cry. He was the writer on that. What the fuck? Screenplay for Dread? The game Enslaved Odysseys of the West? Batman Black and White TV show? 28 Days... So he wrote 28 Days Later and then Danny Boyle directed it. I guess if you have such a robust screenplay writing career, eventually the people let you start directing shit. Good for him. Good for the man. Good for this man. I don't know how we ended up here. At Warfare. Alright, maybe one more random. We've had war, action, animation. What's this? Is this horror? Ash. This has Aaron Paul in it from Breaking Bad. And Iko Uwais from The Raid. That's a cool combination. Holy shit. The Raid and Breaking Bad in one movie? Sci-fi horror thriller. On a mysterious planet of Ash, Rhea awakens to find her crew slaughtered. When a man named Brion arrives to rescue her, an order of psychological and physical terror ensues. Let's decide whether they can trust one another to survive. Okay. Directed by Flying Lotus and written by... Who the fuck is Flying Lotus? Why is that your name? Flying Lotus. Otherwise known as Stephen D. Bingley. American record producer, DJ, filmmaker, and rapper. Oh, so he's a hip-hop producer and rapper that also wants to make movies. He did some Kendrick music videos. That's cool. What about movies? Hang on. Royal Kuso VHS. Oh, so he also has a segment in VHS 99. So he likes horror and thrillers. That's all I really recognize. Oh, he does music as well. Original score for Blade Runner Blackout 2022 and Yasuke. Robust career. All right, cool. I want to know how Iko Uwais fits into all this. Oh, it's for Shudder.
Yeah.
It's a Shudder film. Oh no. That's the worst part of this so far, is the fact that it's Shudder. From director of Flying Lotus. Well, Aaron Paul's looking kind of intense.
Images.
Some of the shots are a little fake looking.
When I woke up,
they look like a stage set with unrealistic colors. That was Iko doing the kicks. That's what he does.
What happened here?
A bunch of fuckery happened. Now there's a sky sphincter. I don't know what's happening. She's got a slight Jenna Ortega quality about it. Oh, it's gonna be action and shit. I didn't know what to make about any of that. It was kind of mysterious and... Oh, what's the word? You know those arty sci-fi films, you don't really know what the fuck's going on, but it's all very well shot and trippy. I think that's what we're getting there. with some grimacing Aaron Paul and some cool space cop armor. I don't know if he's meant to be the good guy or not. Isaac Gonzalez is the lead. I don't know what Aaron Paul and Eco are doing. One of them might be a good guy, one of them might be a bad guy. Hard to say. Hopefully it's Eco, because I haven't really seen Aaron Paul play a legit bad guy yet. I think that'd be a cool turn for him. I'd be into that. I want to see that pretty badly, actually. More power to Aaron Paul. I like that dude. He is a... Oh, God. Look at the yawns on me. He's in some pretty bad movies, though. That Need for Speed movie they made. Man, I like those games just fine, but fucking hell, that movie. Wasn't Aaron Paul's fault either. It was a very cheesy character, a very cheesy written role, so he couldn't really do much to elevate it. It was what it was. And that was a damn shame. But I'm cheering for him. More cool stuff. He's a voice actor in that new game from the original creators of Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead. Dispatch. Or Dispatcher. Where he plays a character that works in an office that gets the calls to send out superheroes, and he makes the he picks from the roster who to send out. Which will probably be a big chunk of the gameplay. That and a bunch of visual novel dialogue choices. There was a few of those in the trailer. That looked good. It's not exactly a career-making type job, though. Like, it's not really going to do much for Aaron Paul's film career, even if that game is really good. That's kind of a dead end for an actor like him. He's probably just slumming it because he needs the cash. And he's not making enough big films. Just a couple of mid ones, from what I can tell, at the moment. Hopefully things look up for him. I think it's time I took off. I did say I would try and do a shorter stream today. I think just shy of 4 hours is short enough. If I keep dicking around, I'll end up going for like 6 hours. And I can't afford that today because I am exhausted. And I have to do prep for the New Year's stream that's coming up soon. Soon, very soon. The New Year's Eve one. Just got to set up some stuff. But that should be fun because I can't wait to look at all my recaps. The Twitch one and the Xbox ones will be the most interesting. Because Game Pass is where I spent most of my time playing. Steam is probably going to be fairly barren. Because even though I have 800 games on Steam, I spend all my time playing games on Game Pass. So I don't think Steam gets enough love to get a good recap stat sheet. But we'll see. I also have to spend time setting up all my icons for the tier list of all the games I played. That takes ages because you have to individually Google images and Photoshop them into the proper square shapes for the tier list system. And that's just something that goes on and on. That drags on. You got to put on a podcast or some music when you deal with that stuff. But it is what it is. It's going to be fun once it's done. Just got to put in the time to set it up. Okay. Good night. To everyone I saw tonight. Whoever's still lingering or whoever hasn't fallen asleep. We saw Thynan again with the new name Hendrik. Good to meet Phoenix. Bumdeck popped in to say hi. And got a bit spooked by the CGI panda. Sham was here, but I think he passed out. Oh yeah, Pollen from Poland. He was a little while back. I remember meeting him. Okay, and Amelia. We saw Amelia briefly. We didn't hear too much from Amelia. We just said hi, mate, mostly. Okay. Cute. So whoever's left, good night to you. And whoever's still lurking in the bushes that we've never met, I see you there, you sneaky bunch. Good night to you as well. I'll be back tomorrow to finish off Moonlighter. I'm going to try and blast through that game if I can. I want that done before 2025. So it'll be that, and then the night after that's New Year's Eve. And then January 1st, the start of 2025, Bluey, the video game. which should be adorable. A little bit of kids gaming, just like last year's first stream of the year. This year's? Whatever. Good night.